I was sitting there and I was talking to Horatio, and he looked at me and he said, "I love peaches, don't you? They're my favorite fruit." And then for some reason, Ro came in and punched me in the face.
Wow.
I believe it. I watched, actually. Hi, everybody.
Cancer.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dice Soup, brought to you by Once Upon a D20 at patreon.com/Once Upon a D20, right here on Twitch.com or twitch.tv/Once Upon a D20, or wherever you get your videos on demand, like YouTube. But we're back, and as you might be able to see, holy shit, we have a full hot pot soup. As you might have heard at the end of last episode, I was super excited at that concept, and we're finally here!
Yay!
We did it!
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening!
Soup. The soupening.
Soup.
Soup, soup, soup. I got soup.
Oh, yeah, soup.
Good soup.
Indeed. So, with...
Kathleen, could you give us a honorary welcome home, welcome to the soup?
Oh my god, I was just thinking that. Yeah, so welcome home. Welcome to the soup.
Good shit.
The whole soup is together.
Praise St. Patrick and the day that we have. I have emotions about that. I love that for us.
Yes.
All right, we acknowledge that. I can take the hat off now. Woo.
Yay. Okay. That's okay. Everybody else is just gonna have to trust that my pants are green, and it's fine.
I'm gonna put,
Okay, I
put
painted
the hat on my octopus.
So,
There you go.
Naturally.
It's right up here. Screen.
But when last we left off, the group, the soup, if you will, had found themselves in some battle, as one does from time to time. And wouldn't you know, the just passing through won the day, as one does. And, well, they apprehended one Gurn Blanston, and discovered that though he believes he didn't do anything that wrong, that perhaps he had at least done the wrong that he was accused of.
Perhaps.
And in being apprehended and all of this, he, protesting as he might do, did in fact get himself locked in some arcane shackles that you all had apprehended once upon a time, and thusly remanded him into the care of Wash, who took the opportunity to, solve this case and bring Gurn to justice. Thank you. I was waiting for applause. And
That's my name.
he said the thing. But in bringing Gurn to justice, that meant bringing him back to Whitestone and leaving all of you for at least now, and letting you all go on your way. Somewhere in the middle of that, Blackbird showed up with some news. That news, unfortunately, being shit's getting real, because just Fisher just walked off. Just Akira walked in and they walked out together, and no words were exchanged. And, well, that was weird. So Blackbird found a way to get to the party and find Akira first. And wouldn't you know, Akira's not walking through the streets of Grimgalir. That's weird. And so, reuniting with the party, Blackbird, and delivered the news that shit's getting a little real back in Grimglair. Assembling some forces, assembling some network of knowledge. Also finding out that Kaylee Shorthalt has also been apprehended in some of what she's been doing, though she's not exactly sure where she is. Also, the scrying on Fisher only showed that he is in a box in a stone room. Not really sure where the stone room happens to be, but it is pretty well enclosed. He did claim that he is being fed, at least. So, there's that.
That's a plus.
Bonus.
What some people call less of a war crime.
Is he being given soup?
I didn't tell you.
I was just asking.
Above table.
Just
Yes.
wondering.
Yes. Sorry.
Probably not good.
That was so enthusiastic. But continuing on the trail as one does. 9 whole days. You find yourselves in a. Oh, it's so bright! It's so bright.
Yeah.
Sorry. Apparently, by the way, also happy day. Amy's home. I'm so it's such a good day.
Let's go.
The entire soup cheered for you.
True.
But
Welcome home. Welcome back to the soup.
indeed. But she just opened the window. Apparently, I need sunlight.
Yes.
Gross.
Actually, I just turned our window off.
But traveling 9 beautiful days through the Taldori countryside.
So was I gathering herbs the whole time?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I vouched for you.
It's true. Ask anybody. Quick, throw 3 checks, and I'll modify dice throws on 9 days.
And Akira's training intensely each of those.
Akira's literally like, as the cart's driving, just running up and then slowing down the run to let the cart pass by, and running ahead and then letting the cart pass by.
Asher to throw spells at them.
Yeah, I've asked everyone to throw spells at me as well, and
Yes.
that includes taking the hits. So Akira's looking to build up in quickness and endurance, as well as keeping their mind focused on overcoming challenges this Cord would want.
There you go.
Akira is working on their 360 camera kicks a la The Matrix.
Yep. Not impossible for Akira.
Over
Not
those
impossible.
days, the man, the myth, the legend, Val, 410.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, it did roll out loud. Okay, good. But
Yeah, I was making sure those were, the final before adding, so I wanted to make sure.
yes, but this last day thus far, the group ending their day in a coming upon a somewhat rundown looking clasp sanctuary, as has been had a number of times on the road. The coming upon this clasp sanctuary that Asher's been providing, these little spots here and there for the group to stay, because, well, it's nicer than staying in not accommodations.
Yeah, it's nicer than staying out, camping out in the woods. You at least have a place, the roof over your head for the most part.
Exactly. There we go. So, well, indeed. So, as y'all are coming upon this place, you open the front door, and I guess we could put everybody on the map in whatever order you'd be walking into this place.
Well, almost everybody.
That face.
Well, Darius would be doing his duty of off camera, getting the Slayer set to lug in and whatnot.
And Akira would be helping with that. Akira will help Adarius carry the Slayer.
Oh, no, remember Darius is wielding a fire giant strength belt.
I know, it's for the squats. It's for the squats.
Oh, fair for the squats.
Yeah.
Holding
Nice.
Darius, holding Slayer.
I love that. I love that for you.
Squats.
But-
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Isn't Akira now also wearing a frost giant? Belt?
Oh, that's right. Akira did find a frost giant belt, conveniently relieved of duty from the criminal known as Gurn Blanston.
Yes. Once again, it's still for the squats, because even if Akira can easily lift the Slayer, it's still the compound movement.
Yeah, you gotta do the squats to earn the squats, right?
There you go.
Yes.
How do I get my my icon on the screen? Because I can't. Can I do it myself?
Yeah.
You should be able to do it yourself. Go to the
there's-
journal tab.
Yeah, there's a third little tabs and whatnot above the chat at the very top there. That book-looking one.
Yeah.
Click on that bad boy, and then you should be able to take your character and click and drag it out onto the field and place it there. Just like click and drag the name of the character and then drop it on the field.
Man, about shot you in the face.
What was that?
Somebody got shot in the face.
Somebody got
Sorry,
dumped in it.
someone's playing behind me. I'll
Oh, okay, that's fine.
myself.
No, that's fine. No. I want his the people he's playing with to hear. Get good, scrub.
Yeah, I don't know.
But barging into this place like you own it, you see this young man pop off the couch across the room, just kind of floating to his feet, and oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to change the default token for Asher. Here we go.
How dare you?
What can I say? Dabba dee, dabba die.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's right. You're still blue.
I am.
You know, I'm gonna be an even sillier Billy. Hold on, ready for this? I'm ready for this.
Oh no.
Are y'all ready for bisque?
Oh
no.
Wait, are you making my health bar blue? Don't you do this.
He totally is.
He's ready. Knees weak, palms sweaty, vomit sweat already. Nervous.
Oh, it's back to red.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. Just make it blue.
Almost got it.
That's my
Ah.
Get rid of the
You
red
just
one.
got-
There it is.
What can I
Just a
say?
blue bar.
You just
There
got
it is.
blue barred.
I win. I did it.
There it is.
Okay.
Jeremy over here giving you blue bars.
So Asher is no longer immune to St. Patty's Day.
Oh no!
Started already, Sean?
But
That was quick.
but
What you don't know is for St. Patrick's Day, Asher painted his junk green. So.
oh my.
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay, yeah, you worked for it. Take your inspiration. Beardy.
Yay!
All right.
I'm just
Beardy
gonna take
doesn't
a
have
step.
to wear green. Half his face is always green.
Indeed, but as Asher leading the way into the room, this blue guy who kind of has a youthfulness to his face, but you know, he looks like he's seen some shit, but immediately just jumping off the bed and being like, I didn't do it. What? Hey, I told you life's better in blue.
As I come in and everybody's behind me, I go, Shock! Please tell me I did not just see you with your shoes on the couch.
What shoes?
And then, is he not wearing shoes?
Nope. It's this guy basically shirtless down to his waist, from waist to almost ankle, is this kilt that's just Jackson Pollock threw up rainbows on this kilt. And no shoes, just he's actually like floating just like an inch or two above the ground.
So, no shoes and no shirt?
No shirt, no shirt, no shoes.
And
But can we
presumably no
still get
underwear.
service?
But I still get
was about to
service.
say, I'm sorry, Asher. You can no longer perform service.
Yeah. That's against the rules.
You say that, but you hear Asher acknowledge this man by a name that he called Shock, and in a very just almost like lightning fast, just the floating man floats over and like wraps around Asher in a hug, but it's like that kind of like almost a tackle hug, but he's not pulling on Asher. He like uses Asher to like flip around him and like snake around him a couple of times just to swing around him, like really showy in the way that he does it, and it's super fucking fast. Just you normally you travel alone. You got friends. Hey, friends.
It's like, well, yeah.
Valenus
this
just
is-
gives kind of like that, like shyish, kind of like hi wave, you know, in the back.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, before we even continue any further, does anybody know you're laying low here?
I mean, here and now? Wait, what?
Didn't
Is
catch
it
what you said.
obviously not the people that you're running from?
Who said it was running from anything, man? What are you, a cop?
Yo, who the F is this?
Asher, you didn't tell me you were cheating on me with other friends.
This is Shaktia. We're friends. We're good.
We're bros. Hi.
Sure.
And he floats over,
Gross.
floats over and lands as much as he lands, just an inch or two above the ground, standing there, and puts out a big joyful hand, and you can tell like as young and put together, he's weirdly swole.
He's built.
Oh, Luca will reach out a hand readily and shake it.
And as he takes your hand, it's not as it's a lot more dead fish of a grab. At least it feels a little more dead fish, because he like grabs, but it's weirdly soft for how yoked he looks right now.
Would you say he's puffed up?
Yeah.
Akira will bow towards him, not taking the hand, but a respectful, nice to meet you.
So you brought like a whole party of people with you. Are we to assume that it is a night of revelry? Looking back towards Asher.
We're kind of.
Is it, bro?
Hey, Shock. We're on a bit of a
The
time
hard
crunch here. You're trying to
bro.
get somewhere.
Yeah,
We're trying to
yeah.
get somewhere. We're trying to get somewhere ASAP. So we're laying low here for the night. Is there like? Do you?
Well, I mean, depends on. Are you going? You going north? You going south?
We're going south, right?
North.
South.
No,
south.
I'm asking. As,
South.
we're heading south, right?
Well, kind of
You're heading
north
south right now.
technically.
Yeah.
Go ahead and south.
South on the road, but now y'all.
Yeah, I can remember what we're on the map. But yeah, so we're heading south. I'll just straight up tell them, like, we're making our way southwestern, roughly.
Downtown.
Well,
I'm aware.
so, yeah. Yeah, cool. You can crash, and he walks in, and just kind of like you can tell that there's a little bit of like moisture and stuff on the ground in here, and he just starts like shape watering and like gathering the moisture together, and just like kind of slurping it into himself. Just
Have you been leaking on the furniture?
bro, don't even get me started right now. It's been a hard day.
Interesting company you keep, Asher. Very interesting.
Question.
It's quite entertaining. I'm not going to lie, but
No, I want to see this play out.
exactly.
Are there open banisters
Crack the weirdo,
in
yeah.
this house?
So, yeah.
Open banisters. What do you mean?
Like the logs that like you see like in like a between the room and the ceiling.
He wants to sit on something like a bird.
Like rafters and like somewhere to perch.
Yes, that's what they are. Thank
Some
you.
rafters and beams.
Hey guys, I went to college for this.
I just like, are there any open banisters? And I'm thinking stairs. Like,
Me too.
I've done enough construction that my brain went immediately to rafters and beams and stuff.
No, you're-
I was
Yeah,
looking
you're
for
okay.
rafters, but that was not the word that came out.
right,
You're
you
okay.
said
No shame.
banister.
It's all good.
No shame there. I did not pick up on what you were laying down, but that's okay. But yeah, you going in. There is the construction of it. There is basically open attic for the roofing of this place, so you can fly up. There's an easy couple of cross beams you can just sit on.
Yeah, I'll fly up to one of those and I'll just say, and I'll message to Asher. Considering you said he leaks on the couch, I think I'll sleep up here tonight.
That's like I'll message. Respond to the message back to you. Just say.
I'm sorry. I got a little bit. Day drunk.
Excited.
I got a little bit day drunk in Stillben, and might have had an exciting time here early this afternoon, and well, I took off real fast to.
We're gonna stop you right there. You had a great afternoon. No details.
Yeah, a perfect Stillben afternoon. Like, it's totally fine.
Did you throw a party here?
Not here.
No. Did you throw a party here? I'm eyeing the table over there. I see food. I see a decent amount of food. Did you throw a party here?
Not today.
Eddie, apostrophe.
Also, diegetically, that food's not there yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
I thought it was there.
But y'all hear him say that, and according to your map, Stillman is like 400 miles away.
Yes.
And he was talking about this afternoon, which is somewhere in the last 5 hours.
Yep. So, Chuck, you didn't have a party here like this. All this sopping wetness. That's just from you. Nobody.
I sweated out. I sweated out the whiskey. Sorry. At least the
So
it's fine.
what?
And it does smell.
happened-
It does smell a little drunk in here.
What happened in Stillben that you're here within a few hours? So that's the other question. I as I said, who are you running from?
Just
I can't help you, buddy, unless you give me details.
no. I don't need you. I don't need you to handle my business. It's fine. I made sure to get out of there. I'm still in good with the. And he looks and he finds one of the clasp sigil symbols. He's like, I'm still good with the clasp.
Hey, wait, whoa. You are a member of the clasp, or
No, I'm good with the clasp. We're friends. That's why I'm crashing in one of these paths.
Yeah, this is, and I took back to Akira. I'm like, this is like a common clasp hideaway.
Akira will hit the garment change to the dress, and then show him the tattoo, the clasp tattoo on their leg.
Oh, hey! And he full on like flies forward again to just like be. You can tell this guy's personal boundary bubble is a lot smaller than a lot of people's.
Yeah,
but he gets up close, but he's not like ogling you. He's like laser focused on the tat itself. It's just like, wow, that's really good work.
Yes, got it done in Grimgleer.
Oh, cool. I haven't been that far north or east, but that's cool. That's cool. But yeah. So are we? And he looks towards Asher, just like we're
good.
Should we like?
Yeah, apparently I'm rolling with the clasp. I guess I was unaware of that.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the many organizations that you work with.
Oh no, I know.
Asher didn't see.
Asher didn't know that Akira was sporting some clasp swag.
Right.
I mean, it's Akira doesn't hide it because when they train, they actually go back to like their original togs with the shorts. So
if that's the case, then I would have probably seen it by now.
Yeah.
You definitely would have seen it.
Unless you've just never been paying attention, which is totally in character for Asher.
Say, didn't we already establish that Asher's passive is low?
And Akira is taken, so immediately consent isn't on the table, so he's not really paying that much attention to their legs.
I just want to be clear that his passive is low, but his active is lower.
It is.
You could say that about a lot of things in Asher's life.
Oh my!
Damn.
No, that was a compliment. That was a secret compliment. Anyways, so he looks to Asher and just, am I setting a usual kind of? I mean, you know how I roll. Do I have to spell it out?
Akira is gonna look like from the side of him because I'm assuming like he's big and kind of bulky and blocking my view, and gonna look Asher in the face like, yeah, Asher, is he setting up his usual kind of spread? You know how he does, and like wink at Asher.
I for one would very much like to see him spell it.
Here's the deal. We're only staying here for the night. We're getting our rest and we're heading off in the morning. We're continuing on down the road. Do what you want to do. We're not getting crazy tonight. And I look at him, I'm like, we are not getting insane tonight.
We're not getting insane tonight. Okay, so keep the
crazy.
So keep the Djinn, and he says keep the Djinn, and then flies over to next to the table and says, but bring out the brews. and he turns and he exhales, and it looks like that liquid that he pulled into himself is suddenly a mist. And he exhales towards the table, and the table just like there's old plates and stuff there, and like leftover kind of older food, but like that food seems to just shrivel into dust and mist and then disappear, and then suddenly reforming into like a spread of like meats, cheeses, warm soup, hot, roasted chicken, potatoes, all sorts of stuff just like appearing across the table. And true to what he said, not mugs, but like large steins of beer that are like full, like a little bit frosty almost, and like a full spread just across the table as it forms from his just.
Asher?
Asher walks straight over, and I start actually picking at it, and I'll take one of the.
Asher,
Yeah.
you've got two options here.
Mhm.
Either we're not going to eat that because you're going to tell us that it's secretly cannibalism, or we're bringing this person everywhere we go.
I do not like to be tied down or labeled.
No. Hey, so here's the deal.
Do you like
much
adventure?
Much respect at all. Thing is, my taste for adventure is not on trial here. I have. There are certain extenuating circumstances that would make me not a good mate for road trips, and I would like to not explain it further.
What if I
So what
told
you're
you? What if I
saying
told
is-
you that what was at stake was the best liquor you've ever had?
I bet that I would beg to differ. I think I can make the
Gamble
best
away
liquor
my
that you've ever
Jimothy,
had.
and I will have
Bet.
you.
I'll be right back. And Luca is going out to the cart and grabbing a cup full of Jimothy.
And Jeremy, you almost killed me when you said my thirst for adventure is not on trial here, because right after you said that, all I could hear was the DA Fannie Willis saying that from the clip from CNN. And I'm sorry, maybe that's just me, but it got me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So yeah,
Sure.
Luca's going to go get a cup of Jimothy and bring it back for Shaktia.
How dare?
No.
It's his only possession. Let him have it.
Are you telling me that if the Slayer weren't here, like right now, conscious, that he would not offer this person Jimothy for producing like food out of nowhere? He would. He would.
When you come back and like he'll sit there and Asher goes like, here's the deal. It's this guy. And I'll put my arm around Chuck. I'll be like, this guy is a absolute trouble magnet. He finds a way to make everyone within a 500-mile radius find him and want to beat the crap out of him. So
That sounds familiar. Weirdly.
I see you've never met our friend Knock.
Wow.
Dang. But he says, now, however, with the food and everything like that, yeah, it does. And he says, he'll look back and goes, I'm not gonna lie, it seems really gross at first, but when you just don't think about it, it tastes fantastic. And he takes like a piece of food, like whatever. I'm assuming there's like probably some mutton or something there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he takes a piece of mutton, just takes a bite into it. He's like, really good.
Bro, don't even pretend. I make the best food. I do. And in fact, you Luca, you come.
Do you still have alcohol in your breath?
Listen.
The
Bro,
alcohol is
bro.
his breath. He literally
Bro.
breathes out
Bro.
full steins of beer. Just saying.
Bro.
You cannot pass a breathalyzer with that power.
but and he, you come walking up with that mug, and he grabs one of the mugs that he just manifested, and he does this like, it's a little bit awkward of a maneuver, but he chugs it just like uncomfortably large, like opens his mouth and just like drains the cup into his mouth, and it doesn't splash up or anything, it just goes down, and he takes his left index finger and points, and it looks like a tap letting out a liquid, and rather than that like dark amber color that he just drained, it's like clear. It is clear and effervescent and almost bubbly, and you have a moment where you actually recognize the smell of it as it's being produced. You had something incredibly similar to this when you were traveling with Kavana Maivia.
Luca walks directly up to Shakti and hands him the cup of Jimothy.
And he trades. He basically just exchanges with you, and the it was a big stein, but now it's like a triple shot at the bottom of this stein of just like pure bubbly alcohol. And he takes your cup, and you take his, and he Slancha. And he goes for it.
I will try it, but I'm not going to drink the whole thing at once.
Like Akira was about to stop you for a second, like, please don't take this full shot. But okay, I'm glad you said it.
Do it, pussy, you won't.
Right.
You're right, I won't.
But
shut up. You're unconscious. Shut up.
Yeah. Now, how much did you just give him, just for an amount's sake?
Like how many ounces?
Oh, like easily 9.
So that's 8 ounces.
He said he got him
like
a cup,
8
not a
ounces.
shot.
Yeah, this was not okay. So yeah, so 14's a great thing for him right now, and he just goes, and it hits him, and his eyes like the ice blue of his beautiful eyes turn to solid black. His eyes dilate so hard, so fast, and he's looking around, and you could tell like he starts just like his gimbal is broken and just starts like
now, Mr. Krabs,
sideways. He starts like petting the air around him.
Luca is going to Luca is going to reach out his hand to the wall and just wrap his finger, like wrap his claws on the wall.
And Shock just floats over, and as he touches the wall, it's that like plugging into the Matrix, like it feels like, or looks like he feels, and just like, and then his feet touch the ground, and he's whoa!
And that's
Noticing
when
this,
Luca's.
and I try to disorient him by tapping all of my foot talons on the ground under me.
And you go tap him, and it's like he slithers across the floor, just like
chaos.
And like gets up really close to your toe talons, again uncomfortably close, if he were in his right mind, the him being that close to anybody's feet, probably a little weird. But he's looking at your feet like they are the most fascinating thing right now. Just
Am I
You just feel
prehensile
like he's
enough?
about to ask you for pictures.
Am I prehensile enough to boop his nose with one of my talons on my feet?
you absolutely are, and you boop his nose with the talon, and he's like, I can see your bones.
The fucking what?
Your bones are hollow.
Well, I am a bird.
They are.
I know, but like I've never seen inside of a bird before. I mean, unless it was already cooked, and he like thumbs over towards the table, and then he has this moment where he like shoots up to his feet, like looking you in the eyes with these big fucking like dinner plate disc fucking eyes, and he's like, I didn't mean to, and he like waves his hand, and the fucking chicken just disappears.
You're fine. You didn't upset me. I'm not related to that bird.
He's an owl, not a chicken.
I was gonna say he's an owl. Obviously, he would eat the fucking
bird.
chicken.
Bird.
I don't know how birds work.
I'm not there. Don't listen to me.
I don't know how birds work, and he waves
know
his
how
hand,
birds work.
and the chicken just like reforms.
You.
So Derek was left with.
Work.
So Derek is like eating at the table, and the chicken in his hand just disappears,
Yeah.
and he's like sad puppy for a
I was
second,
enjoying that.
and then it comes back, and he's like, "Okay, cool," and he goes back to eating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm
oh,
gonna
it's been
just pat
refreshed.
his. I'm gonna just pat his cheek and say, "That's cute."
Oh man.
You pat his cheek, and then his hand like touches your talons. He's like, your hand bones are cool too, and just kind of like he's like tapping back on your talons, just like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for him from this point forward. Just so you know. I mean, I wasn't before, but more so.
But
You are out there, bro, in the ether.
That's
a lot of buttons.
It's a lot of butts.
yes,
Buttons on your underwear,
Okay.
bud.
I can't lie, it's true. But I what was I saying? What were we saying? We were saying something.
You were telling us how you're gonna just take it easy and relax for a little bit.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
floats over and just like sinks into this chair. Just like almost like his body distends a little bit, almost like he's melting, but like only to a point. And he just kind of
Asher, interesting company you keep, indeed.
Yeah.
and he's just staring at the ceiling.
Oh, did you say you
When
were?
do I get to try some of that?
What'd you say?
Uh-huh.
When do I
I'll
get
say
to
that-
try some of that?
Had you not yet?
No.
Derek
Oh.
hasn't. No.
Oh, snap.
I would be very careful. I would be very careful with trying some of that.
I'll
It
go
is-
get you some.
It's an experience.
I told you, the best liquor. It's wonderful stuff. Our friend. brings
I
it.
did bet you, didn't I?
Yeah, we didn't
did.
bet anything.
So, somewhere wherever Slayer is in the ether, just drifting in his loneliness, he just feels that his Jimothy is being deplenished.
Of course not. He's got plenty.
Just raging in the bosom of a demigod. Someone drinking my Jimmy!
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
Slayer shares Jimothy with everyone.
That is actually
I don't-
true.
I don't think
Granted-
there's any reason not to continue that tradition. He would be mad at us if we didn't.
Granted, I don't
Agreed.
know if he has shared 9 ounces with the individual at one point.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, he has. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has.
I've only seen like little bits at a time.
No,
If you total it up,
I was gonna say, it was a little bit at a time, but
There was also the drinking competition that Slayer had. I think I would be willing to bet more than 9 ounces was shared during that.
Oh yeah, the drinking competition. Yeah, definitely more than 9 ounces.
But I'm talking for one individual.
I just love that he rolled a 4 on his con save.
Right. Plus 10 still. Ooh.
Yeah. I know. I went into it all cocky, like, oh yeah, totally. Like he's gonna roll fine. No, he did not.
He's good at this.
Yeah.
But he did not do good enough.
But you go.
I will go get some of the Jimothy for Derek, and I will also get just 1 shot each for Derek and Blackbird. If Blackbird is wanting, Luca will offer Blackbird a glass.
Blackbird waves their hand and is like, "No, thank you, but I appreciate the offer."
And Luca will drink the shot of Jimothy instead.
Perfect.
So what is Jimothy for Chelsea's sake?
Oh,
I can do it better.
Justice, enlighten.
So Jimothy is the result of Slayer having slayed a purple wormling once upon a time, and he took the hide of the purple wormling, sewed a fermentation bag, used some of the purple worm's juice, shall we say, and started a fermentation batch, and he just keeps adding to the fermentation bag, letting it coalesce with the rest of it, and then pouring out some of the resulting. It can only really be described as goo, but like it's basically cough syrup that he's pouring out of this bag.
It's wormshine.
Yes, it's wormshine.
Wormshine.
It's 250 proof wormshine.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to get something this alcoholic. It is 250 proof.
It's
It
250.
literally will make you see sounds.
Yeah.
Literally, it's actually an effect.
Yeah,
You gain tremor sense.
It's like anybody who takes a shot of it has to make a Constitution save. Shakia
by the way,
just took 9 shots of it.
I would like to remind you that I did roll a natural 1 on that.
Yes.
Save.
Yes. So Luca's eyes usually fully in the moment, only a little bit dilated. Not as hard as Shakia, he's feeling some shit right now.
I'm still going for the disorientation, so I'm drumming with my toe talons again.
Yeah, Derek, you're fine.
Just like strong.
You're good.
I mean, it's awesome.
It definitely gives that numb tongue kind of feeling to it a little bit, not fully like out of control of your own mouth, but like just everything is pleasantly numb. It has a weird combination of like fruitiness and earthiness, and just it is an obnoxious celebration of flavor.
You're not entirely unconvinced that you did not just drink an entire shot of eugenol.
I mean, that's fine. I'll do it.
It's quite an interesting.
We're having a good time.
For anyone who doesn't know, eugenol is clove oil.
It's fucking.
But yes. So, you're able to. And Luca looks like he's seeing sound a little bit as well, but
a pleasantly familiar feeling for Luca.
Yeah, at least in a private setting, it's very pleasant. If things were too
these conditions,
were too exciting.
It does also mean you're drunk, aka poisoned.
Yes.
So
it's facts.
But
unfortunately.
So Shock, you said you make liquor, correct?
Yeah. I've been known. I bring a special recipe from the plane of air, and I share it. I share it with those that I like. You know.
So you're a Djinn selling gin.
I am a gin dealer. Yes.
I'm gonna start eyeing the party. Like, are none of you guys getting this?
And he
I completely understand.
He was really vague about like who he was before, other than like just doing things. But yes, he just openly admitted to being a djinn.
I understand exactly what he's saying, Nyack. He is a distiller of spirits. Literally.
No, you're not. You're not getting me.
I mean, he's a djinn that sells gin.
Weren't y'all
Seems quite straightforward.
traveling with someone who had a gin? If I remember
Holy
correctly.
shit, Kavana.
Kavana, hey! And he like he sits up like reconstituting himself. Kavana, you know Kavana? How is he?
Well, we knew Kavana.
Let me. You might want to. Is he still sitting down?
He is sitting down.
Akira will sit next to him.
Have it.
Akira will sit next to him.
Take his hand gently.
And no, I'm not gonna. He looks moist, and I'm not touching him.
Aww.
The moisture is only pure alcohol. It's fine.
Akira will make a gesture like they're going to touch him, and then kind of like about Kavana. There's no easy way to put this, so I'm gonna rip all the band-aids out. His face got blown off, and he's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah, he finally kicked that nasty oxygen addiction he had. So.
Wait. His face is blown off? Like, off?
Yeah.
Who?
He could join any
Like-
he wants to right now.
Like somebody just and his face went away?
More like a projectile from a small hand cannon blew his face into many colorful pieces over my uniform and much of the floor.
You know.
I'm
Dead, Jimothy.
You're not solid. You're actually mostly just mist. Yeah, that's kind of what happened to him. Except he's not.
So is this? Hold on. Is this how we soften the blow? Like
he actually like reaches out. He tries to reach for your hand, Akira. Do you let him? He's not. He's trying to move fast, but like it's fast, not completely in the right direction.
As I go to take his hand, I let my mage hand act like an invisible glove, and I take it.
And his hand wraps around your mage hand. And
I've never thought about using mage hand like that.
Quick thinking.
And he takes your hand and looks you dead in the eyes with these big saucer eyes, and they're super serious. And he's just, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
It happened to. Thank you.
Well, no, I mean, I know it happened to Kavana. I know it happened to, but like, on you. That had to have been really, really rough, man.
It's not the. Well, it wasn't easy because Kavana was friendly to me.
Yeah, it was lovely.
It was a lot harder for Kavana, just saying.
Yeah, but I can't apologize to Kavana. Or not apologize, but like, you know, I can't give sympathy to Kavana now. So like, you were the one that was there. Yeah.
Difficult.
You know what? Sensing his genuineness, I'll actually just let the mage hand go so he can actually touch me.
And like,
he's being genuine.
And I don't know if you've ever like, have you ever worn like a nitrile glove, like a rubber glove, and then put it into water?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every week when I do the dishes.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So you glove up for dishes, right on. It's that feeling of like moisture moving across your skin, but it doesn't leave anything.
Yeah.
and so like it feels like being hugged by a very moist cloud, like mostly solid cloud, but then like it just moves off. It doesn't leave residue.
It's wet, but it's not.
But it is definitely a cloud made of grain alcohol. And now partially Jimothy alcohol. that effervescence is actually effervescing now.
Which reminds me about Jimothy real quick.
Mhm.
The other thing with Jimothy, Chelsea, is that is Jimothy brand purple chest burster is what it's called.
Yes.
It's Jimothy brand because it's named after Slayer's dead friend Jimothy.
Jimothy Thunderbrand.
Yes.
So it's Jimothy brand.
Thunderbrand.
Akira
Anyway.
Akira will grip his hand back and say, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that Kavana couldn't make it. And if you need to talk about it, I'm here.
I've lose so much, like all the time. And he just kind of like looks off, still like doesn't actually pull his hand away from your hand, but just like kind of looks down the table, like past the chair on the far side, probably through the wall, just
staring off. Akira will shoot over to Luca, like, okay, like he seems to be all right. He's fine. He'll be okay. And Akira will let him do whatever he like. If he needs to lean on Akira's shoulder, Akira will let him lean and get his emotions out.
He just kind of stares down the table. I've lost a lot of friends over a long time.
Yeah, I assume that it doesn't get easy.
Well,
my brain isn't always what it used to be. I can't always remember all of them.
Maybe
the
should,
best.
And the muscular yoked like physicality of him full on like melts down, and it's a little bit muscular, but not as yoked as he made himself look before, and just kind of lithes out a bit and just
I'm going to ask his permission to show him something in his mind.
Kavana getting his brains blown out.
No.
That would
No.
Let me show you the moment.
Let me let you live it too.
If you want me to look in, I can look in if you would like me to. I have been trained in some of the arts of magic myself, not just the ways of the Djinn. And he kind of waves his hand, and some of the food like just replenishes.
Nice. What I want to show him, because I do remember in the beginning of us meeting Kavana, there was some comedic moments and and we saw Kavana, a little bit brave on the road. So I want to show him those things only. That's all I'm giving him, like those particular Kavana memories from when I last saw him happy, healthy, and whole.
And he was like, Kavana, being very presentary, occasionally sharing, sitting at the bar and having a discussion with Balgus, and them exchanging a flask, and he looks in, he casts detect thoughts, and looks in on the memory, and you can tell he's like, hey, that was a secret family recipe, all right? It's okay if you drink it, but sharing it around. Oh, he's making friends. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And he kind of like looks towards you again. It's just like being looked through by these huge eyes, and just yeah, he was always trying to find an angle, a good angle on people. Never seemed mean, just like, yeah. He bet me though. He bet me like you bet me. He bet me some stuff, and that's actually why I had to give him some of my Djinn, because he and then he bet me double or nothing, and then I had to give him some more. So
well, you should hold on to the good memories anytime you can. And if we ever cross paths again and you feel you've forgotten Kavana's face, I'll remind you.
And it's good to, talk about those memories. Like, why don't you tell us how you met him, what you knew about him? Tell us your good memories about him.
Oh, I met him a lot the way I just met you guys. I kind of float between places out here, along the roadway. These little class sanctuaries are kind of a good place to hide out, especially when you make friends and influence people the way that I do, and you just be there to like hear stories and swap stories, and I in my travels here on the material, this is kind of all I got. He like there's this moment I'm old.
Well, I know that Djinn. I've heard that Djinn can live a extremely long time.
Yeah, they really can.
Excuse
me. But we near the end of our lives, if we age long enough, we things start getting a little bit unstable on the inside, like my mind sometimes wibbles and wobbles, and sometimes I can like throw a whole building, and sometimes I can barely hold on to a cup, and it like I never know how it's gonna be. And
there's a discipline you may want to try that could benefit you if you allow me to share something with you.
What do you mean?
My mentor, who taught me martial arts, made me aware of many styles, many ways of focusing your mind. One of them actually requires you to be drunk.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm zen about it usually.
And
a lot of time.
Even more zen and still remember them, because the drunken style will help you focus your drunken thoughts.
Well, no, that's what I mean though. It either jumps up or jumps down. If I get too weak in any one of my any part of my self gets too weak and bottoms out, it's the last of it. I'll turn into mist, and I won't be here anymore.
Oh.
I got dismissed from the Order of Djinn on the airplane, and they gave me and his other hand that you haven't been taking. You watch a ring shimmer into existence. With 3 very large, beautiful diamonds on it that look like they are centered on like a circular shield, almost. Beautiful golden filigree, or like gold on gold, on his finger. They gave me my last wishes. You know, sometimes we depending on the points of our lives and the how powerful we are, like during our lives, we can grant wishes like a lot. But as soon as things start getting off, we get 3, and then that's it. And I've been around for a while. It's up and down. And I just the only stipulation is I can't use them on myself.
Akira is going to pull a little closer into him, hearing the sadness in his voice, and say, well, what do you want? What do you want to do with this?
I'm that's why I've been looking around for people. That's why because when you're around people, a lot of times people pretend, right? Like people are just trying to figure out how to go from day to day, and like you don't always see like who they are on the inside. But like when you get people like partying and get them drinking and get them laughing and getting them happy, you figure out who they really are. And there's a lot of really shitty people.
If we show ourselves to you in the way that you need to see a person, through party and revelry, would you be willing to help us with a wish?
Well, what we, and like you watch him, and he sits up, and as you say that, he actually kind of starts going through a series of very quick spell casts and kind of like hitting himself over and over, just and as he does, you watch the Jimothy kind of leaking into the pad of the seat that he's sitting in, and he sobers up with magic, and he I'm gonna have to get that recipe from you sometime. So
I'm gonna get you the recipe.
I love that for us.
The person who makes it, though, trapped in a bad place.
Okay.
That's why I said the best alcohol ever made on the line. Yeah.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Which leads to my question, which
what would you do with unlimited power.
Save my friends, save my surrogate father, and free to give.
Well, that's a big.
And
Those
give
are
the and give the power back to where it came from.
those are big. Those are big asks.
You said, what would I do with unlimited power? That's
They may
exactly.
be big asks, but we're working on them without unlimited power.
That's fair. That's fair.
And
We're
if
doing
this
it either
unlimited,
way.
if this unlimited power helps me get them back, it can definitely take its unlimited power back. I don't need it after that. Power is not what I desire in this world. Protecting my friends and family first.
If you had to pick one, and he moves his ringed hand underneath yours and puts the ring in your hand as he does it. If you could have only one wish right now, what would it be?
For everyone who I consider family to be home and safe. And that includes Slayer, Shade, and Fisher. Bingo.
Fact. Fact.
Because you may just ship Erdr into the astral sea if you're careful. If you're not careful.
And I will share with him like all my memories.
Muted. Okay.
I will
There's,
share all my
pretty
memories.
sure-
There
with
you are.
Fisher.
What was that? What was that, Justice?
There's some holes in that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And you say that, and like he kind of like puts his hand up and no. That's like a lot of wishes. That's a lot of wishes all at once.
If I had to pick one
wish
right now.
right now.
Can I share some information above table real quick?
Sure.
I'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. Wish won't work for Slayer or Shade.
No.
It won't.
You do have a concept of that with your knowledge of the deck.
Yes. It won't work.
It might be able to do something to help, though. So if you could think of something that you could use a wish for that would help us, like maybe you could wish for something that the Fae holding the Traveler and Shade might want. That might do it.
Or you could wish for Fisher to be safe for sure. Like
That's
as
true.
far as I know, I don't know that there's anything stopping that. As a player, as a character, I don't know jack diddly squat.
Indeed.
And that lets us put our full focus on this problem. Yeah.
Indeed.
Akira will make eye contact with Adarius, who is probably weekend at burning Slayer right now.
Well, yes. Slayer got put away, and Adarius is just kind of like, coming into the room and sitting down, seeing there's food.
Akira is gonna just kind of make eye contact with everyone in the party. I want Fisher back home safe in Grimgalir.
And Shaktia looking dead at you, sober-eyed. Fisher. Home safe.
And Akira will open up their mind fully so he can see Fisher and see everything Fisher means to Akira. Like all the stuff.
His eyes start to glow the pink of reading your mind. And then he blinks, and under your hand it feels like a fireball going off, but it doesn't hurt. It just this warmth, and everybody else sees, or everybody sees the blast of light underneath. Home safe.
Akira, with tears streaming down their face, takes out the sending stone and immediately calls for him.
As you whip out the sending stone, and you call out. What do you call out?
I say, Dad, are you there?
Oh.
And a moment passes, and a moment passes, and you hear, Akira? Akira, yes. I don't know what you. Well, yes. You'll say it's one way, one the other way, and it's just, Akira, I don't know what you did. I was in the cave. I'm now at home. Everything shut down.
Akira's like full on crying.
I'm home.
Akira will somehow muddle back that Eredrin's on the way.
I'll leave. I'll hide. And
find Eredrin.
The stone is silent after the first casting.
Eric will speak up and say, "I can send a message."
Please do. Tell them to get in contact with Eredrin, and Eredrin will connect with him. Please. And
would Derek be able to contact Fisher, having heard his voice and kind of knowing enough?
I would say kind of utilizing a sending stone, even if you don't know who's on the other end of it and the charge is spent. If you charge in a sending spell into that sending stone, it would do the thing.
Okay.
Whether or not you know who's on the other end.
Okay. So if I'm understanding, that would allow me to, basically Derek gives the sending spell power back to the stone.
You would be able to cast sending yourself.
Okay.
But use the stone as basically a focus. Yeah.
Then I will communicate that message as exactly as I can.
Thank you. Whoever you are, please take care of Akira. Thank you. We'll be safe.
I'll get Akira and tell them that he got the message. He's gonna find safety.
And Akira will thank this Djinn-soaked Djinn. Djinn. Akira will thank them profusely, and then actually look over at Asher. And even though Asher has only introduced us, and that's been the extent of it, she said, Akira will say, "I can't thank you enough, Asher." Because Asher brought us here, so I wouldn't have been able to. So yeah,
very true. As with most things in my life, I didn't exactly know this.
Oh.
And then right after they say they can't thank you enough, that just means less burpees.
Oh no!
Wait, didn't you agree that we have to get like shit-faced though?
Oh,
I think that was a part of the deal.
I did.
Before
Timothy or Jen?
Before we go 3 sheets, someone might want to tell the party going out to rescue Fisher that they're going to an empty room. And I also need to tell my contacts that that issue has been resolved.
Oh yeah, I will definitely get word to. But I'll give word to Eredrin to get to Grimgalier.
You have that other
Yeah.
stuff. You got word to him 9 days ago.
I can just cast sending, y'all.
He's
And
searching
so-
right now.
Like I can
Yeah.
still cast sending as well.
Yeah, I asked Luca. Then I'll just ask Luca to send Eredrin a message to tell him Fisher is free and safe. Just head to Grimgalier to meet him at. I'm gonna assume Fisher would go to the class maybe because he knows that we're a part of it.
He'd go to one of the safe houses.
Yeah, so I just tell Luca to tell Eredrin Fisher will be at a class safe house.
Yeah, definitely going to get the sending to Eredrin and just it's going to say, "Hey Eredrin, we found another way, got Fisher home safe. He's in Grimgalier. Probably headed to safe house. Please get to him."
You'll hear back. Got it. Was already searching. You owe the Slayer's take 300 gold.
No problem. I'm not going to say that because I can't, but no problem.
Just like, and
Do you tell
Easiest job
Akira?
they ever took.
Do you tell Akira about the bill?
No, Luca's just intending to pay it.
it is what it is.
Now
Our
Nyack
one
is
shot
going
will
to...
now be ending and finding an empty cave.
Right.
Maybe. Nyack is going to send a sending to Aeronaut. Which will say...
Quick bio, sorry.
Issue with Fisher resolved. Let the Gith with you know. Update you when I can.
Yeah, looks good on you.
Okay.
You got it.
No, he's so bad.
These people are
I knew he needed it.
a little off book, even by your standards. Should I take more notes?
I'll send another sending. Yes. Keep extensive notes. Specifically let Eltaheim know that Fisher is safe as well.
I will keep eyes peeled. Thank you for the break in the academic boredom.
On my second one, I would also like to add any update on Vesh.
They'd take the liberty of extending another sending. Vesh acolytes are hedons, masochists, sadists. Those who seek her out are not the kind of people you would want. But she is, and there's that long pause. And Faye, like you can hear the shrug in the word Faye. And that was them sending back to you, so you have a message back.
Got it. Well, I guess I get to see both our ancestors. So I get to go meet her at some point. I don't remember who you pray to, but might want to send up a prayer for that. And yes, I'll pay you for taking care of the gift for the time being.
One more sending back.
Good night.
Just travel in shadow. I trust you at least will make it out all right.
Oh, I haven't gotten bad side of a situation yet. I'll see you at some point. And I'm done sending it. If he sends another one, I'm not responding.
They're not. But you do notice as you come back from your sending spree, if you will, nailed it. That your dark amber beer tastes at least 25% more alcoholic.
I wish I wouldn't have gotten rid of the sangria. No.
Right. regret. No. But yes, for everyone at the table, just very very slowly, like if you were paying really high attention, Val, you would notice that like Shock kind of like tapping his fingers, a little bit of mist moving between his fingers as if he is altering things a little bit at the table. And you would definitely notice that smell, that the beer basically changing to spirit smell.
Val's thing is being, since he's like right next to him and whatnot, is just kind of like raise his glass before he goes to take a drink and kind of noticing and just kind of cheers to Shaktia and takes a drink.
Cheers, my dude. And full on clinks big drink out of his glass.
Akira is slow sipping, but staying next to Shaktia because we're kind of like homies now a little bit.
Yeah.
Righteous, dude.
You must
for real.
Bonding
it's so
moment,
good.
bro.
Dude.
But Akira is very much like slow sipping their drink. Because they're still getting up to train the next morning. They're relieved that Fisher is safe, but the mission's not done. Yeah. So training still starts.
You gotta get shit faced. That's the deal.
I said that if we could show you the revelry, and I said we.
But yeah. So and as he actually starts partaking in the food too, not just the alcohol. And chomping on this lovely soft roll. So tomorrow, after you sleep it off, and if you're a little hungover, we'll deal with that. Sorry, wrong character. If you have a little bit of a hangover, like we'll deal with that in the morning. But if y'all need to move fast. Kind of the same way I kind of move fast. I'll take a minute before y'all go to head off, and y'all could just like fly for like 8 hours, and just. And when he does the these 8 little streams from his 4 and 4 regular fingers just kind of shoot across the table and like zigzag.
Question.
Akira gets anime eyes at the thought of this.
This is
Question.
gonna be hard to gather things.
Answer.
How'd that work for the Slayer?
And the horses and the cabbage.
Well, with
Did
that
you make the
one,
carriage fly?
I mean,
Like
You
in the
have
tails?
extra things.
I mean, you could leave it here. But like,
I can't leave the Slayer here.
why not? I'll keep an eye on him. I'll do that. I could do that as a favor to you.
Shock, how long are you planning on being here, though?
I mean, if you're gonna like leave a sleeping guy with me, like, I'll be here as long as I need to be.
Okay, above table, I would like to ask Justice if
I'll
he's
show the
okay.
horses. I'll show the horses a good time. You know, whiskey
That
for
scares me.
my men, beer for my
That
horses.
scares me.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're gonna get.
Please
Slayer
don't show the horses a good time.
We're gonna free him from his binds, and then his soul is gonna go back to his body. And there's just gonna be a Djinn there.
A Djinn.
And y'all are gonna come
Whoa.
back, and there's gonna be a dead Djinn.
No, he's going to have the best drinking buddy until we get back.
Why would you
Good
kill him?
possibility.
Whoa!
Above table, can I argue? Why don't we just let Adarius drive Slayer the rest of the way to Zephyr and stay in Zephyr?
There we go. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good. I like that idea.
Wait, y'all are, y'all are going to Zephyr?
I said above table.
Oh.
But then again, that's also like assuming that they're not gonna run into anything on the extra rest of the way of the travel, and we were trusting Adarius to, you know, get Slayer there.
Or Adarius could stay here with Shaktia.
Hey, I have a
If I could
question.
convince him to do so.
Yo.
Are there any temples nearby?
Temple. Well, right now, y'all are between. Here we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Take us back to Taldori. Taldori says, y'all are about 400 miles away from Stillben, which is kind of the next big city. Y'all left Westrun and are about four. Ironically, you're at about the halfway point between Westrun and Stillben. But that does mean that halfway point, if you went by road, you're still another like 170 miles from Zephyr. But there we go. But if you were to say be able to fly straight to Zephyr, you're like 120 miles, and he would explain as part of it, like you'd be able to fly super fucking fast, like
super fast.
Like here to Zephyr in like maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Holy
Nyack's
shit.
eyes light up at that.
Well, see, the reason I'm asking about a temple is that would be a reasonably safe place to leave our sleeping friend.
True.
I mean,
No, I'm telling you.
I don't think we should take Adarius to the Feywild. So I think Adarius should stay with Slayer to continue to rotate and keep Slayer, you know, to keep mold from forming on Slayer, wash Slayer. Like, this is like, Akira has been doing these things.
You need to, like, you know, move around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I said that in addition to training, Akira has been doting on Slayer because you have to eat, we have to turn them, we have to clean them, we have to make sure mold doesn't set on them. I realize he's a prime physical specimen, and maybe it seems like no wrong could come to him, but he is immobile right now, and something like a bacterial infection could set in without us even knowing.
Adarius has been very careful about that. He has been a very good caretaker and all of that.
So if anything, Akira
sure.
would be in favor of Adarius staying with Shakti, taking care of Slayer here. I'm fine with Akira's fine with that. Or if we want to go further in the travel with Slayer, but Adarius needs to stay with Slayer to continue the regimen.
I mean, so above board, like how fast is fast with this misty travel?
It is the Windwalk spell.
Yeah, that doesn't help me a whole lot.
If you're dashing, if you're dashing, it's 600 feet per round.
Damn.
Okay, yeah.
Which translates to about 60 miles an hour.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I was gonna say, you know, like if anything, I could end up flying with Slayer and whatnot, being in one of the forms I could do.
You can travel 8 to 10 miles an hour. He can send you all at 60.
Yeah.
He can send you at highway speeds into the mountains without where you're going. You don't need roads.
Okay, but at 8 to 10 miles an hour flying, how long would it take Val to get there?
It's like 100 miles away.
So it'd be like a
12-hour day. Like a 12-hour day.
Okay, well, at minimum, I can do 10 hours before a short rest. So
there's that option too. Which earlier it was mentioned. What's Justice's opinion above table?
I did ask.
Sorry, I went crazy.
No, I waited until all the talking had been done and we arrived at something feasible. I would like not to be left.
Okay,
understandable.
Yeah, understandable. Then we're taking him with us.
Yeah, I figured he was going to be coming along with us, like, kind of no matter what.
Well,
really.
But I wanted there to be a more viable option for it to happen. Like, because obviously getting there in an hour and a half is great, and at least having us all there within the day would be better if we could feasibly do it. If we couldn't do it and bring Slayer, I was fine with this. With Slayer, being left behind,
I can hit like 10 people, so I might be able to change your buddy, and then y'all would just have to all just kind of like grab and drag.
I can telekinetically. I can
juggle his miss. Juggle his miss. Teddy, please take your inspiration. I am broke.
I could telekinetically hold his body a lot. Like, well, I could like keep him.
You'll create a good air current, you know.
Yeah, I can keep out.
Make my mist flow the right way.
Just saying, like a whole, you know, eight of y'all as mist dragging along, just kind of a floaty mist boy. I mean,
especially going like 60 miles an hour. Well, no, but think about it. If you can go 60 miles an hour in the form of a mist, and you do that in an upward spiral with enough of you around my mist, the air current would make
you pull a Nyack. You pull a Nyack with the
okay.
Flock.
Here's the other part though. We transport you via mist. That means the horse and cart stay here. How do we? So then we're forced to either carry you or buy a new cart on the way. I'm for getting you there, but we need to take we need to find a way to actually get the horse and carts.
That would have to be an Adarius thing, or we leave him here.
I can do it.
For the horses, they are creatures, so technically we can polymorph them, correct?
Turn the horses into mice?
That's what I was going to say. Turn the horses into mice, and then we can carry the mice, and we only need 8 castings of the spell to get all 4 horses the 2-hour trip.
But what about the cart?
If that is something that comes up in conversation, Luca would say a very strange phrase, which is just that I can buy a new cart.
I mean, it's not that strange.
If you want me to go ask the horses,
it is strange.
If you want me to go ask,
very rarely spends money.
That's true.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
If you want me to go and I could go ask the horses if they're all right with turning into mist and flying.
You can ask them?
Yeah, you can.
Obviously not.
I was just gonna say, it's like I talk to our horses from time to time.
I know you do, Valneth, but that does not make it any less impressive.
I just assumed that was just one of your eccentricities of spending so long in the astral suit.
No, like you can talk to horses and they talk back.
I forgot to take
Out of
a shot
character, I was
of the
going to
Djinn
say
after hearing that.
I was going to say that I have a helm of comprehend languages and still can't talk to horses.
That's true. That's very true.
It's not a language.
Asher peeks into his pocket and eyes the candle he just got from Gurn. The candle of
yes, got from Gurn. Anyways.
Look, Shakti, I'm sorry. I went and asked the horses, but they just said nay.
That's awesome.
Oh, that was the appropriate amount of
so
corny.
Good.
That's the appropriate
I love
amount
that.
of corny.
I love that
amount.
for you. That's fantastic.
Well, of course they.
Wait. You can talk to animals. Can you talk to trees too?
Sean can. Oh,
Fuck,
but
Fuck, I love talking to trees. Trees are so much fun. They know so much.
yeah, they do. They do. Wait, that was Sean talking. Akira would not know anything about that.
Akira talked to grass.
Yeah, but Akira wouldn't say that. Yeah, Akira did talk to grass. This is very true. Sean also talks to grass.
But I can't remember. Did you actually remember talking to the grass?
Yes, he does now.
Okay.
They do now.
Oh yeah,
Yes, yes.
I forgot about that one.
Yes, we do.
I remember talking to the grass.
But the other thing, I guess, I could. I mean, obviously, I'll want to sleep for tonight and whatever. But like my whole Djinn, we go. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say
You only need 4 hours of sleep
anymore.
I'm saying that no, just my brain's not working. Not a full all firing the forest fire it often is. But no, I can. If y'all have something from the Fae, I can send you to the Fae.
Wait, what?
Or
you can send us to the Fae?
I could go with you.
There's other reasons for us above table. There's other reasons for us to go to Zephyro. Remember, people.
I know.
But we definitely need to do that first.
But yeah, so just
I can't remember those reasons, but
if
you're the
valid enough.
No,
valid
I know
enough
it's gonna be me, but I can't remember what the reason was.
Because it's home.
Because it's home and it's been a long time.
It has been a very long time,
even for an elf.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if y'all are in the Fae, hey, do you have something worth a bunch of money that you don't feel like holding on to anymore, or at least loaning to me with the full intent of giving it back to you?
Like what?
I mean, I wouldn't want to deprive you of your sword, but that definitely would work. But something that's tied enough to you that if I focused on it, it could focus on you. So if y'all are over there and you need a quick yoink out, I just saw you sending a bunch of messages. I just saw you sending a bunch of messages. I just saw you sending a bunch of messages. If y'all can send messages and they can get to me, I could get to you so you could get the fuck out of the Fae. Because I was saying that I could get you to the Fae, but I wouldn't want to stay there because, I mean, obviously, right?
Understandable.
Akira will reach into their pouch where there are more pieces of their broken shell. I don't know if this will be worth anything for the Fae, but it will definitely help you home in on my location. And Akira gives him 2 pieces of the shell.
And he takes the shell and as you hand them to him, he just you can tell he's wiggling his fingers towards it already, and those 2 pieces just start to fuse together into one piece, and he takes it and yeah, I think that might work. And kind of holding it, looking at it and you at the same time, kind of doing the math there. Yeah, I think that would do nicely. And he just kind of, it just kind of disappears. Looks like it disappears into nothing or into his body or something. But it's gone.
Shakti, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done today. And Akira will hug him because he seems like a hugger.
and you can tell that he is a hugger. You watched him just wrap around literally Asher earlier.
Yeah.
and then but being hugged like that, and especially with the emotion behind it, there's that freeze up for a second, and he's just like, oh yeah, no, you're welcome, my dude. Yeah.
You put part of my family back together. I will always be in your debt. And if you ever need me for anything, don't hesitate to call.
I'll do my best.
Almost everybody gets one. Almost everybody.
Asher will kind of, speak up and say like, well, now that all the field goods have been dealt out and all the plans have been set forth, anybody know any dice games? And I'll reach into my vest. I will pull out a set of dice, plop it up on the table, say, let's have some fun.
I'm not playing against you until you pay me back for last time.
Oh, come on. If anything, I'm up on you, okay?
If anything, you owe me 30 gold on it.
And as I recall, 40 gold from games before are owed to me.
And
while they are arguing over this,
Shaktiya pulls out the diamond that flashed earlier and just pulls it out of the ring and just holds it out and just puts it on the table and is like, to make whatever dice games you play worth betting on. Whoever wins, I volunteer this as tribute. And it he lets it go, and it floats out kind of into the middle of the table and just kind of floating in the air. It's not huge, but it has so many perfect facets carved into it. This is a very expensive diamond, and he's just floating into the middle.
Hey, RJH, is there anything left in that cup that Luca had?
If he set it down long enough, it definitely does.
Akira will grab that cup.
Think Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I gotcha. Akira will grab that cup and gulp it down and intentionally fail the con save.
All right, you're
shit.
Yeah, it's
everyone's getting hammered tonight.
Purposefully.
While they're all deciding.
Drinking with purpose. Yeah.
While they're all deciding on this game or whatever, Akira just goes over, grabs Luca's cup, slams it down their throat first, and then slams the cup down, and then just kind of looks at everybody like, I thought this was a party.
In the background, Nyack is very frustratedly slamming 10 gold on the table and sliding it towards Asher.
I've heard of lots of dice games, but I don't think I'm very good at any of them.
You ever play Liar's Dice?
No, I haven't really done very many of the dice games and whatnot in D&D. I think a couple times in the years of D&D.
All right.
I still don't understand the rules of Liar's Dice. It's so confusing.
I don't know anything about Liar's Dice either, but you know what I do know? Who wants to jump in on the action of dice games?
Here. I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Now that things have been settled, I'll join in.
Right.
Akira is watching them play dice games and is just going to ask Shaktiya to refill the drink. I don't.
You don't have to even though you ask, as soon as it gets placed on the table, it just starts bubbling back up.
And then I just extend my fist towards Shaktiya to get a fist bump.
Oh yeah, and it is pillow soft when it hits, but it definitely hits.
And then I mind shoot over to Luca. Okay, after 6 of these, you put me to bed, please. and then
all right then.
And then I continue drinking with Shaktiya. I'm not playing the game. I'm just drinking with Shaktiya.
Yeah. Above table. Who wants to join in on the dice games to see who wins that diamond? All right. I see 1. I see 2.
I do.
I see 3.
Blackbird is also in.
All right. So the game.
real quick.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, con save with advantage, I guess, because it's hard for me to get drunk. Because
It is hard for you
the whole time, pretty much. Let me see. Advantage.
Yeah, Akira is waiving rights to roll to save on con saves for tonight.
Like I said, there's a difference between drinking and trying to hold yourself together and drinking with purpose.
Yeah, Akira's tying one on tonight.
So those of you with proficiencies, which is a number of you, check to see if you are proficient in dice.
Not that I know of. Like I said before, it's like I know of dice games, but I'm not very good at any of them.
Can you be proficient in dice games?
Yeah, you can.
There is a dice game proficiency.
If Shade was here, he'd have an edge.
That's true. So we're just
original iteration of Luca before being finalized did have that, but I chose to not go with it.
So we're gonna we're gonna do old school D&D stat rolling rules. 3d6, no dropping lowest.
Okay.
If you were proficient, we would have had you roll 4 and drop the lowest. But we're just going
roll 3.
Just roll 3. So Nyack, Valineth, Derek, Blackbird, Luca, and Asher, to summarize a night of drunken revelry.
Did I actually get last place? That's upsetting.
Derek over here.
10, 8, 11, 9, and 3d6.
6. Okay.
Derek got a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now 14's the number to beat. Oh! All right, so with that, as the night goes on and games are had, and perhaps friendly tokens of chicken bones and rolls and whatnot being passed around, playing games with gummy bears like you do.
If I run into chicken bones, I am fully swallowing those.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
I take my mutton bone and I say, Nyack, heads up, and I just toss it his way.
Can I roll something to try to catch it in my mouth?
That's rude.
I will assume that it is at a point in the night where you might be wasted, because that's the kind of thing Asher would do while wasted. So go ahead and roll acrobatics with disadvantage.
For Asher?
No, for you. For catching it.
It's so incredibly rude.
I wasn't trying to get fully wasted, but okay.
Okay.
It's the rules.
Disadvantage acrobatics, I can do that.
Come on and party tonight.
It's okay to fail.
Time to catch it instead.
An 18.
At disadvantage, it's still an 18. So yeah, he throws it up, and it looks like it goes more solidly between you and Akira, and you just have that the neck, the extension, the twist of the head. If for anybody else, it would break their neck to do what you just do, but just right out of the air.
And I'm fully downing it, tossing it back up, recatching it, and downing it.
But at the end of a night of drunkenness and gladness and feeling good, Derek, you can add a 5,000 gold piece diamond into your inventory.
And I will, before we head to bed, Derek will offer. So I've got. Hold on, let me check my character sheet. If I spend 5 hit points of lay on hands. No, I'm a cleric now. Just kidding.
Just kidding. There's a spell for
no longer a paladin.
There's a spell for that too. If you have
Got it.
if you have the lesser restoration spell, that is something that spell does.
So I haven't been resetting my spells that I know each day. Is there a chance that I could have that today?
Oh sure, most definitely could.
So I will offer that lesser restoration spell for anybody that wants to not wake up hungover tomorrow.
Well, thankfully, I didn't drink that much.
Yeah, it's all right.
Akira is wasted.
That was the goal, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, Akira is like probably in the worst, not the worst, but the loosest you've probably ever seen them appear, like slouched over, probably leaning on Shaktia, just kind of like, yeah, man, it's nice.
Well, Akira is kind of like the biggest reason Derek's with the party. He will, like, she's not sober enough, or they're not sober enough to consent, but he's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. I will not fight it.
And then just like, get everybody tucked into bed.
And
before we end the night, I will look over at Shock and be like, hey, so Shock, do you have anything that can help with the whole dabba-dee dabba-die?
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
He's a dabba-dee-dabba dying to get rid of it, you might say.
Oh, you know what? Wait, before Akira goes to bed, they're gonna walk over to Asher. Like, you're blue. It used to be green like me, and now you're blue, and that's funny.
I think you've hit that 6 drinks. I think it might be time to go to bed. Come on, love.
I'll put you to bed.
Whoa! Ash, you made Asher turn red, which in this case turned purple. So.
Speaking.
Yeah, Akira is wavering between that state of amorous and then like kind of like still wanting to party, but then like amorous again. Like, especially if Luca is like pulling them, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make out with you so hard." Hey, party, everybody! Woo!
This is kind of like it's kind of like wine drunk then, where you're like,
yeah,
I'm ready to go, and I'm also ready to go to bed.
Right. Like, we're gonna go, but not go. I'm gonna have one more.
No, Akira, you told me to cut you off at 6, and I will do so.
You're so good at that in the counting. You can count.
Yes, I'm very proud of the fact that I can count to 6. Come on, let's go.
Bye, everybody. We're going.
You know, me,
I can only
count to 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it.
For the record,
Eridrin is just like rubbing his temples. Just like,
there are like so many Nyax. How did we get so many Nyax? There's a Nyax.
I'm deliberately going to start unnervingly twisting my head.
He's possessed like that play.
Akira, we're going to bed. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, the following morning.
Ash. So, dude, I mean, I love what the blue does to your whole thing. It's lovely. Are you sure?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'd rather it be me.
And is it like the whole thing? Like the whole thing? Like
so like, but do you have some diamond dust? Because I am woefully deficient on diamond dust right now, and I wouldn't grind up that one that your buddy won, because like that's as a unit it's perfect and beautiful in every way, but like if you grind that down, it loses a lot of its value. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Give me 1 second. Let me.
Diamond dust.
Yeah, Anybody holding diamond dust? Big Blue here doesn't want to be Big Blue anymore.
And he goes like, "All right, here you go." And so he'll rip off.
What? Shush. I'm sorry, my dog was getting loud. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
Good puppy.
It's like, what am I shushing for?
Oh, for drunken Kira, that was totally possible.
Nice.
It was.
I had it around for my vest for a little bit, and I'm like, well, better late than never. And so I just take one of the patches and I rip it off, and then in my hand I'll have a bag. I will reach into the bag and pull out a diamond and hand it over to Senor
Shock.
Rock, and say like with this, and for context, this one diamond would be valued at 100.
Yes, I am aware, and he kind of puts it into his mouth and like kind of starts grinding it in his mouth. It's kind of back and forth, and
That can't be good for his teeth.
No, it's not.
While he's doing that, I would like to message him, and I would like to say, is there any way you can leave his balls blue? Because I find that immensely funny.
you hear a chuckle through the grinding, and in your head you hear, unfortunately, it is all or nothing. But if you want to play a prank, prestidigitation does work at 10 feet away. I'm just saying, at least for you. For me, it works at 30 feet.
I'm going to message Luca and relay that information of what happened.
But
talk to me later.
yeah, a few minutes go by, and he opens his mouth, and you see just a bunch of glittery diamond dust on his tongue, and he just kind of like leans forward, and it almost looks like he's going to like lick your face, but instead he just kind of, and the diamond just burns, burns to embers and starts to land on your skin, and just like little bits of green start showing, and it just melts away, almost that carbonite melting away look, as the embers spread across you, and you are back to Ash.
Back to my green self.
Because he's back in green.
As he blows on me, I'm just kind of like, whoa, okay. I can smell how much fun you've been having tonight. Good night.
You are most welcome.
And I look, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look over at the party, and I'm like, hey, back yet again. Thank goodness. I was getting kind of tired of it. No offense. And I look over at Shock and say, no offense.
Hey, not everybody can handle the blue.
You know what? I'll leave it to you, my friend. And then I'll look over at Blackbird and I'll be like, this is the real me. What I look like.
And Blackbird looks you up and down, and they're like, the blue is nice, but this is also nice. And like,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I pull my bag of popcorn back out.
Oh, that was nice. Because we're at the next morning, right?
I was gonna say, is there anything left to do with this night of revelry before turning in?
I'd like to do one thing.
Ahoy.
No.
Nailed it.
We've been there, we've done that, never again. I'd like to, after Derek helps everyone get to bed, I'd like to stop Derek for a second and say, now, if I remember correctly, you said you were here for Kira. Why? And that sounded much more accusatory than I meant for it to actually be.
I mean, I'm really here for it because like friends watch out for each other. Yeah,
Friends is a strong word.
You could call me the reinforcement.
Vague answers. I think we'll get along just fine. Well, Well, then what's your shtick? What's your deal? You're the reinforcements, I get that, but what's the shtick behind it? The angle.
See, I'm not being vague on purpose, and I'm sorry that I have to continue being so, but I'm not actually aware of how much Akira has chosen to reveal to the rest of you, because, we haven't really had much time to talk, admittedly. So I don't want to reveal any truths that aren't yet revealed. It's not my place. But there's something Akira is trying to accomplish that I have been sent to help with.
How noble. Interesting. Now you do the healing magic all nice and good. Paladin, cleric.
Nice and good.
What are we with words?
I am a cleric of Jeremy help me, Lightbringer?
The Everlight.
Everlight.
Ah, the Everlight.
Interesting.
Stern Bay, if you will.
Okay. The
Clasp
Everlight.
connections or no?
I'm sorry, what?
Clasp connections or no?
No, I did spend some time working with the cake.
Alright. Well, you have yourself a lovely night. And then I'm gonna flap up to my rafters and kind of brood in with my head sitting at an angle that, again, if anyone
Hey, hold
were...
on. Before you take off, though,
Yes?
I'm going to return the question. What's your shtick?
Oh, well, isn't that an interesting question? I happened upon this group when Asher was helping me out of a bit of a sticky situation, and just been enjoying working with them for the time being. To also answer your question, I run my father's business, so that's kind of part of it. So, yeah.
Well, you'll let me know if you need help with anything, right? Because the job description was help Akira accomplish the goal, but also Akira's companions need to be kept safe as well, so I'm your guy.
Well, I'm glad to know someone big and muscular like you will have my back.
Ah, shucks.
See, this accent is contagious, ain't it? I love it. Then I'll go up to the rafters and brood down in a way where if you found someone sleeping like this, where my neck was sitting, they would be dead. like my forehead touching my sternum, kind of deal.
Adorable.
Being
And
able
Jeremy,
to...
when
Yeah.
you have a second, check your inbox.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, check it for me as
Love
well.
inboxes.
You're so popular today.
Right. For you, Ro, I'll say, I don't see how that would have been pertinent to.
I agree. I sent it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I agree. I get what you're getting at.
for Nyack, but yeah, don't worry, working on it. As for Sean, you would know. Well, I guess I would have to really ask Derek that question. Derek, you said that you were there to help Akira. How much have you told Akira about that?
So it's unfortunate that I missed the last game where there was 9 days of travel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would like to say that they had time to talk that out, but I would like to be the one to do that. So no, they didn't yet.
But that's what I mean is you could have retconningly during those 9 days.
You could invoke our best friend retconningly.
In the name
I
of the
love
Father, the Son, and the
retconning.
retconningly.
And if you need to
Lovely
inbox
person.
it, and if you need to inbox it to me, that's fine. Or if you want to say
Yes.
it in front of everyone, that's up to you.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd like to do it in front of everyone. It's not like it's a secret.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well,
So
I
we can
mean,
just
he's
say-
keeping it a secret, but it's not supposed to be that way for long.
Well, we can, since we're using retconningly, we can say that flashback to day 5, Derek, Akira have a talk, and Derek reveals, and Akira will then share, or Derek can share.
When they were
Yeah. Okay, so one of the times that Akira is keeping watch, I think Derek would kind of wake up and be watching and get up and join Akira, so it would be a private conversation.
Okay.
Do you mind if I join you for just a minute?
Sure. It gets kind of boring out here.
Sometimes that's appreciated, but not always.
Sometimes Asher sleepwalks.
Yeah, sometimes I get to shove Asher back in the tent.
I mean, that's also fun.
And sometimes Asher gets old friends to blow him to get rid of his blue balls.
He occasionally wonders why his lower back has a bruise. It's because I've pushed him back into his tent.
Well, you guys are cute together. And everybody needs that. The reason I'm bothering you though, I want to show you something to verify what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Derek will reach into his Chelsea's checking the character sheet to see where the thing is kept. Into his bag of holding, which is actually a bag of holding, and pull out
Slayer's Take brand.
unfortunately now very chilly. Is it a blade, Jeremy?
It is a hooked karambit style blade.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
You would recognize it immediately.
That made me explode. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
I was given these as kind of the identification to make sure that you know you can trust me.
Wow. No. Who sent you?
Jeremy, Chelsea has a 1-week memory.
That's fair. That's
So
fair.
real.
It was the
Something.
yeah. I'm trying to pull it up because I have his character right here. I swear to God. But the guy from the temple, Hopekeeper Graven Dross.
So I was sent by Hopekeeper Graven Dross. I'm a cleric of the Everlight, and kind of just needed something to do, something to keep me busy. And I was asked to be a source of protection for you as you are trying to... I believe I was told you're trying to help someone.
Yeah, we're trying to help our friends that are trapped in the Feywild, as well as whatever my father is up to. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. Didn't expect any of this. First Luca and his knight, now you. This is a lot.
Well, what you're doing matters.
I'm just a kid from Grimgalier.
See, the thing is, since I found you guys, I don't talk much, but I watch a lot. And I notice things. And that's not true. You're not just the kid from Grimgleer. You're a lot more than that. Whether that's what you always were or what you've recently become, I don't know. But you're a lot more than just that.
Akira is going to blush majorly at the compliment. They are going to ask Derek to hold on to this karambit for them. And they'll even offer to teach you, how to use it in the gift style of fighting.
I would actually really like that. You could say that I'm a collector of fighting styles. So that would be fun. I'd actually enjoy that.
When you say
and I'll return the favor and teach you things.
When you say you're a collector of fighting styles, you see the look in Akira's eyes like, training buddy.
Absolutely.
And someone else to help whip Asher into shape. Perfect. And then Akira will just chat the rest of the watch away with Derek at that juncture, and just getting to know Derek, and they will definitely.
I will only clarify that Derek is a little cagey about himself. Like any answer he gives carefully avoids any real serious truth.
That's fine.
He doesn't not answer, but he doesn't say much.
And Akira is not like probing for information. They're just like chit-chatting. So
of course,
like
casual, getting to know each other.
Yeah, casual. So like there aren't any hard questions or anything like that. It's just like, the road, what's happening, Grimgleer, just all surface level crap.
For this entire conversation, Derek has his pipe out, and if you spend 10 minutes smoking, the smoke lingers, and then at the end of that 10 minutes, it recreates what you've been talking about. So we can tell stories back and forth, and the smoke will animate it for us.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Akira is completely amazed.
What a cool item.
Akira is completely amazed, which makes them just keep talking and talking and talking.
Love it.
Just watching it play out in front of you, just like, what?
Oh yeah.
So I think that would
cool.
that would change how I respond to. I'm sorry, names. Nyack was the one that was asking me in the. So I think that I would have been a lot more open with, I'm just here to make sure that Akira is able to rescue people. It's funny. Now I know that information is known, I can just explain it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that makes perfect sense.
I think, barring the vague answer comment, I think the conversation on my end would go the same, really.
Okay. Perfect.
And so, when Luca is putting Akira to sleep, that as they lay down, they're gonna say, "You have a knight, I have a Derek."
Very proud of you.
Sorry.
So proud of you, love.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sleepies now. Bye-bye.
All right, you do that.
Yeah, Akira's gonna sleep with their arms slouched off the bed, tail completely limp, like no movement. It's like the the drunk sleep. Yeah, just flat gone.
Joining Slayer in Coma Town.
Luca makes Akira drink a glass of water before going to sleep.
Akira will happily drink the glass of water and then go back to being dead.
But yes, so as beds are had in different forms.
Some beds are shared.
Some beds are shared. As they are from time to time.
Time to meditate for 4 hours.
Indeed. Oh, sorry. There we go. I figured I'd just show the rest of the upper floor because it'd be easier to find, where they're keeping the weapons, as well. Because this is a clasp sanctuary. If it needs to be defended, ironically, it can be defended.
The weapons are there.
Indeed.
You were
They're not just for show.
Yeah. And there's plenty of crash space and what have you. But Valineth, as you nap, you notice Shock actually totally relaxes at one point, and basically like all of the skinniness, the litheness, just kind of flops out into this kind of a more just essentially inflated person. Just kind of instead of just holding in a more impressive looking form, he just kind of and just kind of fills out what some people would call what are the 5 levels of fatness? Fat, healthy,
plush.
He gets a little plush, a little fluffy, one might say.
Yeah.
And just kind of lays there, and because I want to figure out what happens, but I don't want to be the one to roll it. Justice, if you would be so kind, since you have been in attendance for so long and had not to do but to be around. Are you still around?
Yeah.
Sorry, Justice. I'm sorry.
You get to figure out something for me.
Sweet.
You get to roll a flip a d2. One for up, 2 for down.
Okay.
2 for down. Roll a d6.
All right.
Oh snap.
6.
All right, and then roll a d10.
I'm gonna laugh if it's a fucking 10.
Dude, for real. 4.
Okay.
But 6 and 4 makes 10.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Fact. Indeed. So, so you notice Val as Shock is laying, basically laying his head back, like you're meditating. He's passing out, and he's just there, and his body, as it plushes out a bit, and then kind of ripples and ripples and ripples, and just it starts slowly, and then builds and then builds and then builds, and then it's this, for lack of a better term, it's a fart of air that just kind of escapes him, and his body looks like it deflates just a little bit from where it was. And when you kind of pull out of it, and he pulls out of it too, it only takes him 4 hours of shut eye to actually shut eye. But as y'all are both coming to consciousness, his gregarity, his overwhelming personality, is just a little bit less overwhelming. And he wakes up and he's just kind of, morning, hey, and kind of the just a little bit less personable, a little bit less out there, goes and takes himself over to the table and looks like he, rather than doing one huge spread, kind of going like one by one and forming bits of breakfasty kind of foods. Almost like he's taking more care to make, eggs and bacon and grits and butter biscuits and just like each thing kind of one by one, creating a delicious spread of food, and kind of this low alcohol, I guess sangria would be the best term for this, fruity juicy wine to share with everyone as they wake up, and basically wherever someone had made a space, made their own space, he kind of makes sure that like clean plate and clean cup and full and ready to go, and go ahead,
Jeremy. How hungover is Akira?
Yes.
Derek can do the helps.
Yeah.
Hungover.
That's why Akira shouldn't be hungover, because just before bed,
That's right.
lesser restoration was.
That's right.
That's right. Never mind. I forgot.
Hit with a lesser rest and some water, and you sweat it out a little bit. It comes out.
Oh, well, then if that's the case, Akira wakes up, crack of dawn trains.
Yep.
Of course they do.
What do you mean? You're supposed to be there too.
I'll say, but by crack of dawn, it is in fact, the spread is ready and fresh and good, fruits sliced up, exotic things like pineapples and mangoes.
I mean, exotic if you're from Grimgalier, yeah.
Especially exotic from Grimgalier.
That's exotic.
So how much of the pineapple does Asher eat? Like, what percentage of the entirety of it? Oh.
Wow. Why does that matter?
I have a healthy amount of pineapple in my diet year round, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to teacup for you.
First off, yeah, you do. But you're all able to get a good refreshing night's sleep, whether there's a touch of hangover or not. There is plenty of food to be had, plenty of breakfast, and Shakya, just comparatively, it seems like he's just a little more sleepy this morning, but
just a little drained.
A little drained, perhaps.
If since Derek did the lesser restoration on Akira is like stretching after running, like coming to the table to eat. Like, I don't understand why you guys are always so tired after drinking.
There's a spell.
Derek is absolutely not going to explain this.
Well, no, yeah, okay, I'll do this. When Akira says that, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to replay the scene from last night of Akira. I'm just going to do the audio portions of it for as long as I can.
Oh, I'm funny when I'm intoxicated, and I still got up and ran.
And then I'd like to play the audio of the lesser restoration.
How do you audio that?
One would be calling out to the Everlight to restore you.
Okay, so Derek helped me get to sleep. Derek's a good friend. Remember, Akira doesn't really know magic, so
fair enough. But
Derek is just happily eating his breakfast, enjoying every second of this.
And Akira will like flash a look at Nyack and Asher. This is what training gets you. See, I drank and now I can do this. So we're gonna train harder so you guys can keep up with me.
Well, speaking of keeping up with each other, are you wanting to just go and take your horses up the mountains? Do you want me to make you and your horses into flyy cloudy boys and girls and others?
That still leaves all of our possessions of the carriage here. We'll have to
I feel
divvy
like
out
the carriage is the easiest problem to solve.
Well, yes, we just need to make sure we grab all of our possessions off of it.
Okay, so
We also have Shade's bag of holding.
If Shade's
Just
bag of
throwing that out
holding,
there.
you have the Slayer's Tech bag of holding. You have Derek's Slayer's Tech bag of holding. You have
So we have a way to pack this up.
what some might call room.
So we can just shove everything from the cart into those.
Y'all your shit. Yeah, y'all can pour your shit in the bags.
I was gonna say, if anything, Valenoth will hold on to Shade's bag of holding.
Luca has it.
Oh, true. I forgot who had it.
Easy enough.
So so we have ways to pack things up, and so now we then we do the mist thing, go to the city, and then from that city go to the Feywild, right? That's the order of operations, as I recall?
We'll have to board the horses while we're there, but yes.
Kiki loves horses. So like if you come in bringing horses, she'll probably be like totally hyped to take care of your horses.
Who's this
cool.
Kiki?
Well, she probably wouldn't like me talking about her so familiarly. Zephyra is a city that I am currently not welcome in if I am discovered. But so
I don't know Kiki either, but I've got some questions. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
So Keyleth is the voice of the Tempest there in Zephyra, and she's kind of the final word on a lot of stuff. Not that she personally runs the stables or anything herself, but like I don't know, she likes horses and shit. She talks to a lot of the animals that are boarded in town, just like politely and making sure their owners are taking care of them. And I actually got to see her thorn whip a guy one time when she found out that he was not taking care of his horse in the way that a person should take care of horses. It was kind of impressive. She's very scary when she wants to be.
So
last I remember the head out there was Corin. It's been a long time though.
Oh, you've been around a long time.
I was
you
trapped.
look hella young.
I was trapped in the astral sea for almost 70 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was not fun. Well, I mean, it came with its ups and downs, I guess, but...
Well, so with that, I guess you, Corin's retired now, because,
assumed as much.
Yeah, he's not dead or nothing. At least last I heard. I haven't been into
retired.
Yeah, I haven't been there proper in a better part of like a year, because yeah. It was the air crossing though. That's why I passed through. I got sent to the material plane, and they welcomed me. They were very welcoming. Apparently, I am just a little much sometimes. I don't know, but anyways, so yeah. So point is, you're all going to Zephyra. I can't come with you. I thought you were going to Sylvan, but yeah, I definitely can't come with you to Zephyra. but I can make you clouds to go to Zephyra, and I can tell the horses how to make sure to focus and be able to become people again, or horses again. so that they know
what.
Now
I
we're
mean,
people.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Precisely. Exactly. You understand how it goes.
Horses are terrible people.
They get in hospitals all the time. They take elevators, all kinds of weird things.
Weird, totally weird. But yeah, so just I already confirmed with your companions, and they were all about it. I had to make sure that they understood that they weren't going to become Pegasuses. They were just going to be able to fly.
Pegasi.
Peggy Gooses, if you will.
Pegasus.
Yes, but
sleep.
But yeah, so they know they're going to become gusts of wind, not pièces de résistance, and so yeah.
Akira will try to anime eyes, convince him to make them Pegasus instead. Not really, but like just like, you know. But if you could, wink, wink, wink.
I mean, I already gave you a wish. I'm not gonna give you another one. Not right now.
No, it wasn't a wish, just a hope.
Yeah, I figured.
Not a wish, just a hope.
But I can do Windwalk as many times as I want. So that one I can do just to all parties involved. And you know, while I'm bored, maybe if you come back for your cart, it might look nicer, because you know it looks a little ramshackle, is what I'm trying to say. Not judging, just
take offense to that.
It sounds pretty judgmental, if you ask me.
I was supposed to be purchasing a nice carriage.
You purchased a nice carriage, but the nice carriage had a ramshackle roof put on top of it very quickly.
It was a convertible, and then it was unconverted.
Yeah, it was reconverted.
We put a hard top on something that was meant to be a convertible, and it just doesn't look right.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I've got time. Y'all gave me a good time, and that is something that I want to make sure you understand. I appreciate, because yeah, I said a bunch of stuff last night.
You're fine.
No. Yeah, no, I know. I just usually I don't say that kind of stuff to people very often. Most people aren't interested when they find out I'm a djinn and I've got the party in my pocket and I'm willing to show it. Like, that's all they want. They don't want to like know about me. They don't want to know about like what makes old Shock tick, you know?
Well,
so like I appreciate.
Akira is gonna step up and say, I definitely plan on coming back and hanging out with you.
Well, I can't guarantee that I'll be here, but like while I'm here, I'll definitely do some stuff with your carriage to see like what I can do to make it, you know. Yeah.
Well, Chuck, don't you disappear too far and not come visit me at some point. I'm sure you can find me.
I will definitely see what I can do.
And we can just hang. No stress.
I like that. And like I said, if you're in the Feywild and you need a quick pick me out, you have one of your Sendy buddies, Sendy and me buddy, and I'll I'll use your little, and he kind of waves his hand, and the repaired 2 pieces of eggshell appear, and I'll see what I can do with this.
We appreciate it, Chalk. And Akira will hug Chalk again before getting ready to get turned into a gust of wind.
And he is definitely still more pillowy. He's stayed in his plush form this morning. Yes. Yeah. You're welcome, my dude. Yeah. All right, but so rules of wind form, and he kind of sits down at the table and explains while he too is eating. Rules of wind form. As soon as I make you wind, you can fly super fast. Don't pick any fights though, because you're super fast, but also things can still hit you and hurt you. It's still not pleasant. It's not the worst, but it's not pleasant. So like, don't go picking fights. Fly where you're going. Where you have to get to somewhere is safe. Take a minute and just focus, and then you pop back into regular form. Now that will work for 8 whole hours. So like you can focus and pop into being people again, and then focus and then pop into being a cloud again for like 8 whole hours. So if you need it, do the thing. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I thought it was just a one-time transformation, but multiple times within the time. That's nice.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can go back and forth the 8 whole hours. It's really quite handy.
That's quite nice.
So just keep that in mind, and otherwise, safety in your travels and wind at your back and stuff. And you can tell like he's been talking and just kind of dithering with the mist between his fingers, and here at the table, just all of you become cloudy forms, and he smiles and says, "I'll go take care of the horses," and he goes out to go take care of them. Is there anything else that y'all want to do while you're here, other than perhaps become people again and get your stuff and blah blah blah?
Nah, I guess after we become people again and finish packing up, we can go, right? Unless we have something else we had to take care of here.
Player's just floating there in mist form.
I was gonna say,
player is just floating.
I think being the character with the most flying experience, I'll volunteer to Spiral Slayer along. Yeah.
And you do find when you are in mist form, basically it's almost the equivalent of levitate, where it's a light breeze, a light push just gets the momentum going. Slayer still has momentum, and it is what it is, but getting it started and even slowing it down a bit is easier than it would be if he were more weighty. But if that is all, Tim, are you okay?
Yes, I am. I'm listening.
Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, sorry. I had my eyes closed. I was just listening.
I know the look. I have been that guy.
Same.
But if that is all, you all gathering yourselves together, turning into mist form, while y'all finish getting yourselves together, you actually hear the horses kind of neigh and get excited, and then suddenly like, and just like it sounds like just rushing by the building every few seconds or so, and you can tell that the horses have gotten into kind of their own little race.
Just zipping around the house.
Just zipping around in the air, like getting used to 3-dimensional control over themselves. Just loving this freedom.
Yeah, that's wild.
But when you all exit out into the sunlight, they the four of them kind of in their excitement kind of come down and kind of form up in their mist forms, just kind of like basically, y'all have treated them very well, and even though they are in currently cloud form and could probably fuck off if they actually wanted to, they are domesticated, and y'all have treated them well. And so,
good horses.
Good horses.
And so, focusing in, kind of as Shock had described, you. And that floaty misty form to you're still cohesive, mostly just like clouds roiling off of you and turning into nothing, just flowing off your body. And Shock just kind of stands at attention and then gives you a big thumbs up.
And off we float. Off we go.
You're dragging Slayer along.
Yes, either any one of you or all of you can kind of team into that Slayer fly along, and the flight is as described. You're able to get up high, get over the kind of local forest there at the bottom of the summit peaks, and indeed, and flying up, and as you start kind of getting to the rocky parts of the mountains, you see, in particular, Val, you see a familiar sight, slightly older as a tree, but the tree of Zephyra that juts out from the plateau that the town sits on, kind of the mountain reaching out with a tree out into the sky. Its canopy a bit wider, its trunk a bit thicker, but it's still the same tree. And as y'all get closer and closer, you see people on these sky sails, kind of coasting around, doing kind of patrols through the air. And again, something not foreign to Valineth, as a pair of them, kind of seeing these swirl of, what is it, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12 swirling clouds, just all
something like that, yeah.
closer. They kind of, the two of them kind of bank and start to turn towards the group. Y'all really could just blow by them if you want to, or you could stop to talk. Your choice.
Can we speak as a mist?
Generally, yes. That's one of those things that isn't spelled out precisely, that you can or can't, so I just assume can.
Understandable.
And if you assumed no, I could focus out of it for a minute.
Yeah.
It'd take a minute.
But as y'all get close enough, they seem to kind of strafe and kind of go into this harrying formation. One of them on one side of the group, one on the other, kind of flying around. And this long-haired but pulled tight into a very particular braid, in just this kind of single braid tail flowing behind her, like raven black hair, kind of sharp eyes, looking out, slight point to her half-elven ears, and as this kind of curves around, she calls out, "We aren't anticipating anybody today. Who are you? And you approach the city of Zephyra. State your businesses."
Well, we're just passing through.
Roll credits. "I'm just passing through. What is your business? This is a holy place."
We were hoping to.
Cough, Val should take the lead. Cough.
Well, to be honest, I'm actually just coming back home after a very long time away.
"What name do you give?"
I'm Valneth Holder.
Hold you.
Indeed. It's been a long time.
She looks back towards the other one, nods, just one curt solid nod. Make your approach with us.
That sounds quite feasible. I've got a group of my friends and companions here as well.
Of course. We Talus, you guide their approach. I'll go report into the voice that the holder has returned. And she kind of curves.
Long.
Yeah, she curves and looks like she channels a spell out of her glider and into her own body, and the glider kind of collapses into just a stick that you've actually seen Valineth have, one of these sky sail staves. Mm-hmm. But she casts a spell out of it into herself and closes it and just kind of zooms away, maybe a tenth of the speed that y'all can zoom away, or like 20% of the speed that you guys can zoom away. But
we just got a little more zoomy.
But she very specifically starts flying away, and then this Talus who had come around, he kind of like starts to lead y'all towards the cliff edge, guiding you in to a landing space, and you can see there are other folk who kind of note that y'all are coming in, but being guided by one of these gliders kind of puts them more at ease. And he kind of swoops in, kind of pulls a bit of an air brake that pops these kind of parachute pods kind of on the front, and his own glider kind of goes to slow really hard and then kind of collapse down. He kind of drops into a run with it, this kind of practiced maneuver of collapsing it down, landing into a run, and just kind of landing, while you perhaps go to change back here at this cliff edge, this village up here. It very much feels like a village rather than a city. Mm-hmm. the cliffs are they're walkable. It's kind of this network of walkable paths that go up from this central area where you've landed, and the paths go to these little kind of cave hovels, and series of them going down. You can kind of tell them by the doorways themselves look like rather than any sort of solid door, they have awnings that kind of will open and shut to open or shut the door, and there's dozens, hundreds of these holes in the rock that have these doors up, or some of them closed, but they kind of spread out along the cliff face up and into this little kind of crack between two mountains where this plateau lies. A few trees here and there, the main one though being the one that kind of goes up and then out over the cliff edge. And as you complete your transformation, you note the raven-haired girl coming around, raven-haired woman coming around and leading what looks to be a giant eagle. And as she comes and flies in and just kind of glides in and lands next to her patrol mate, this giant eagle comes down, and as it comes gliding in, it lands, but doesn't look like it's like coming to a soft stop. It looks like it's going to like hit and tumble over itself, and as it does exactly that, just lands and kind of rolls. The rolling kind of turns into this cascade of leaves, but the leaves are a cloak, and the cloak kind of spreads out, and then standing up wearing this cloak, these antlers, huge for a person to be wearing, especially network of antlers connected to her head, very sharp elven features, still shorter half elven ears, but she looks like she's, you know, as young as she looks, there's still that age, the age but timelessness of her face. Shockingly red hair, definitely a child of Corin. And you see her vibrant emerald eyes as she walks forward, kind of, you know, scans the group really quickly, not just landing on Val, but, you know, kind of scans over the whole group, and then finishing it with landing on Val. Valeneth, I had heard stories about you. She walks forward, kind of a bright smile on her freckled cheeks. Keyleth, I wasn't born when you went on your sojourn.
I've only recently, as of maybe a couple hours, known of your existence.
Oh. Well, it's good to see such a legendary face. I'm sorry if I seem a little out of sorts. I've had a lot of things go on in my own life, you know.
Understandable.
But you, I've only really heard of you. you're back in. You're back home. Do you need? I think my dad was the one that sent you. Do you need to report into him, or can you tell me about what you did? I don't know the protocol here.
That's a good question. Me trying to remember above table on exactly what was going on, why I had left and whatnot, other than it's been a while since we did that chitter chatter.
Yeah, you'd been sent to hunt. You'd been sent to hunt a mind. No, herbs. Yeah, no,
Herbs.
you'd been sent to hunt a mind flayer, particularly an undead one.
Yeah, that's right. I vaguely remember that now.
Did he win?
I was gonna say, it's like, did I ever find him and win, or was it that I found him and then that's why I was in the astral sea?
Yeah, you found him and he was being overwhelmed, and he hit you with a plane shift, and that was
what it was.
Yeah,
that's why I ended up where I was for 60-something years.
yes.
And now I'm back. Yeah, okay.
You're a really old man and you have an insatiable love for peaches, right?
He's not even that old. He's only like 100 and something.
Yeah, I'm only.
I love that for you.
Now.
At that point, I'm not. What is it? I'm 195 as an elf, or an astral elf.
Indeed.
I'm assuming that's still pretty freaking young.
Oh, it's low 20s, or it's mid 20s.
I was gonna say, but 60 some odd years of that, I didn't age or anything. So.
Exactly, you look young as hell.
What's your skin routine? I gotta know.
The astral sea.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I guess I could report. I can tell you everything as well, but
all I really know is you were hunting mind flayers and stories of that.
Yeah.
I heard stories of you whenever I came back and told stories of hunting. Well, I found the town of Yugvaril down under a ways under Craghammer. I say under Craghammer. That's just where we entered. It's really hard to tell where you're going in the Underdark.
Yeah, quiet.
But yeah, so I got to report in about my whole experience there. That's a whole city of mind flayers. We barely made it out alive. It was awesome and terrifying and awesome. I made friends with a mind flayer while the rest of the city was being controlled by a beholder that had a crazy artifact on his face. But as soon as we liberated the elder brain from the control of the beholder, the elder brain reincorporated the friend that we made after taking off his lovely little hat that he had used to hide himself from the elder brain. And then as soon as he reconnected, they tried to eat us, and that's when we killed him. And we killed him, and we took his little head thing, and then his little dome piece, and we ran away, and it was awesome. We made it, as you can see.
You can see the equation in front of Akira's face as they tried to follow that story.
Yeah, my story was a bit simpler. I found my quarry, and things were going swimmingly my way, and suddenly I was swimming in the astral sea.
Oh shit!
It was not fun.
Oh right.
But 60 some odd years hanging around out there, learning the ways and making new friends and alliances along the way, and now I'm back home.
Well, that's fantastic.
At least for now.
I'm glad you found some way to pass the time. I've heard drifting in the astral sea can drive a person insane.
It was quite
I've only
rough
been
at first.
I've only been once personally. It didn't last. It didn't last 67 years.
That's quite nice. I wish mine didn't, but I learned a lot of things, so it was good and bad at the same time. But and then me above table here, I'm trying to remember. We had a purpose that we were actually here for, besides me just coming home, if I remember.
And she full on like suddenly realizes that she's only talking to you, and she turns towards the rest of the group and just, hi, hi, Val and us friends, Keyleth.
Introduce yourselves.
I run the place.
Akira says hi. The equation is still in front of their face, so trying to follow her story. Yeah, like it's not a rude hi, but it's kind of like a hi.
You're half there.
Yeah.
still like, oh, wait a minute. Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. That can. So, stories of my old Vox Machina days are can be overwhelming unless you hear them from Scanlan. He tells them a lot nicer than I do.
Oh, you're a Vox. Oh, and that's really Akira's reaction. Not Sean knew, but
you know about Vox Machina.
Valineth's still like who's this? I keep hearing of this group.
Yeah, we've met Grog, we've met Mr. DeRollo.
You met Grog, and then you met Percy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Vexalia.
Yeah, Vexalia and Pike.
Oh my! You have met so many of my friends.
Yeah, they've all been pretty cool.
Kaylee.
Cardboard cutout Valineth met a couple of them at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I know I wasn't there for it. I'd remember.
Yeah, he was there. He was there for all of it, whether you were.
Yeah.
Kaylee. She's technically not a part of Vox Machina, but like tangentially, like she pretends to be Scanlan sometimes for public appearances. But so like she knows all of our stories backwards and forwards and sideways. But
yeah, we've met quite a few of your friends. They've all been nice.
I find some of that hard to believe, but that's okay.
I mean, I think Mr. DeRollo was appropriately reserved.
That is the kindest thing that most people would say about him.
You know, he just wanted to make sure his weapons weren't out of control. Yeah, and thanks to Mr.
She wouldn't know Wash, but I'm just saying, good thing washes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, welcome home. Your family house, and she kind of just kind of steps in closer to you, Val, and just your folks, we had a recent incursion here. There was assassins came to try and kill me. As a matter of fact, shadowy assassins, real nasty folk. But your parents got caught in the crossfire of it all. I tried to raise everybody that fell, but my magic couldn't reach them. None of them. Whatever they were planning on using to kill me seemed to block the natural magic. I'm sorry.
Since they really wanted to make sure that you weren't going to be coming back either, if they managed to get to you.
But I wanted you to hear it from the top.
Really appreciate that.
I first am so apologetic for your loss. Their protection of me is... I can't express my gratitude enough. That being said, the home of your parents is not it has not been transferred in any sort of ownership, so I would make sense that now that you are here, that it be yours. I'll make sure the appropriate things are filed with the appropriate people, so you don't have to deal with bureaucracy, because I deal with it all day, every day, and I really fucking hate it.
Well, with you not liking it so much, I enjoy that you're willing to take on that endeavor for myself. But thank you so much. It is
of course
great to be back. Sure, I'll probably get myself settled in, but I remember we have some other pressing matters here that we're trying to attend to.
Right. Sorry, pressing matters. And she kind of as she steps back, she reaches under the cloak and pulls out a staff from a bag, a side bag that she has on her hip, and it obviously a bag of holding, because the staff is nearly as tall as she is, and kind of in the at the top of the staff it crooks over, and cradled in that crook a stone, glowing beautiful blue, almost a teardrop shape, but a little more rough than smooth, just kind of floating there, cradled in it, kind of glowing a little bit. And she stands and, all right, I guess official capacities and all, you came for help from Zephyra. What help can Zephyra give to... And she looks over, and the raven-haired woman's, just passing through. Everybody has their own names.
Gets me every time.
What can Zephyra do for just passing through?
Okay, so above table, it's like I'm gonna need refreshing on exactly. From my understanding, we were trying to be able to have like transport to the Fae from here. Was that what it was?
No.
We were gonna stable the horses and then get transportation to the Fae from here.
Okay, and then hoping to secure transport back or something as well.
You notice how y'all transformed back into people. The horses did not transform back into horses. The horses are in fact racing around like the cliff sides and
enjoying themselves,
jumping off and flying around.
That's understandable.
As long as they are at a safe distance from the ground at the end of 8 hours, I'm fine with it. But yeah, we need to make sure they're close to the ground.
Oh, no,
by the end of 8 hours.
I'll say they will glide to safety.
Okay.
Up to 600 feet, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Whew, okay.
Derek is also still a cloud, but he's like with the party, but like up in the air.
Nice. Yeah, so I guess to be a smart ass and whatnot, while the horses are doing their thing and whatnot, I will like cast a first level of speak with animals on myself, so I can like holler at them and kind of tell them to stay close, because when it does wear off, it's going to be a lot harder to get here if you're too far away.
You call that out, and all you're hearing is woo in four different voices, and then you call that out, and they're like, "You got it, Val! Woo!
Have fun!
Fuck you, ground!
Fuck you!" Yeah, really, seriously.
Cool. Let's gonna
This
make
is
sure.
the best thing ever!
Just for like the next 10 minutes, I just hear all of them just going nuts in the nearby. Just like, all right, at least they're having fun.
So you need transfer to the that would make sense. Zephyra is kind of a thin point between the planes.
That's kind of what I remembered.
And I do happen to have a tuning rod, particularly to the plane of the Fae. Yet another wild story I won't bore you with. But
we all love stories here, but
do you have a particular place you're looking to go? Most of the time people don't go into the Fae just for the sake of it.
Oh, where was that?
Vesh's Grove. Or the Nidalac. One of the two.
We either need to get to the Nidalac or Vesh's Grove.
You say the Nidalac, and she has this moment of like questioning, like, who the fuck is that? Like, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
But then you say Vesh's Grove, and her demeanor shifts from that of a smile and happy to see people, welcoming, to dire.
Oh no.
And she says, Vesh, why would you be looking for Vesh?
Entire party looks at the floating Slayer cloud.
The one that can't shift back on his own.
The one that can't shift back on his own.
Well, about that, there's primary reason why I'm
around.
It's like primary reason why I'm even part of this group right now is they needed to find a way into the Feywild to get one of their friends at the time, and in our journeys of trying to get to that and accomplish other things, well, another member of the party is now sadly trapped in somewhat close to the same vicinity.
That is horrifying.
Yeah, it's what happens when they play with cards.
Yeah. Akira is 100% agreeing with all of it.
That sounds like a bad time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could be worse, mind you, but still not good.
Someone tell her he pulled a grog.
So from everything that I've been told and what I've understood from witnessing what had transpired, he pulled a grog. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
It's good stuff.
Akira,
and she actually like she'll actually like reach up towards the cloud form and just kind of like pull it down and just look at him and be like, I mean, he's definitely not Grog's son, but yeah, no, I can see the resemblance.
As much as Akira loves the Slayer, they definitely giggle at Gila's reactions.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Yes, oh, buddy.
Are you going to accompany them out to the Fae? I can actually go and I can just go and get my attunement or my tuning fork, and I can send you bring you but I wouldn't want to bring you into Vesh's Grove personally, or aim towards Vesh's Grove personally. Who's this other person you said? Nidalac?
Yes, the Nidalac.
Yes, the Nidalac.
Yeah, not just Nidalac, but the Nidalac. I've heard he was quite specific about that.
Okay.
And apparently no one has ever rode his Centaurian back.
Okay, so aiming for a centaur. Aiming for a centaur called the Nidalak. Okay. Does this Nidalak know that you're coming?
Not at all.
No.
No.
I would if I were one of you, because I can't do it myself, partially because I don't know how, and partially because I don't know him. Somebody needs to let them know that you're coming. If only because it makes it easier to possibly target them from another plane into the Fae. If somebody doesn't want you nearby them, it's harder to really get close.
If they're like trying to hide or something, that's understandable.
Yeah,
I get that. Anybody able to get a hold of him? I've never met the guy. I've only heard of him.
I think Luca would be the only one.
Yeah, Luca, because I don't know him.
Or, well, Blackbird, if they have sending, but they're not here anymore. They had off.
Yeah, they had the boost. Same as Asher.
No.
Is Luca there?
Technical difficulties. As you can see, my camera's currently out. Sorry about that. Like, I'm having some issues.
Well, if we won't filler while we wait for that, I do have something I need to do before going into the Feywild.
Just to say.
I'm going to pull out the Mirror of Infinite Transpondence.
Oh.
And I'm going to flick it, ignite it, and update.
There's a little bit of that sparkety spark going on. A little harder than usual, or harder than the new usual.
Of course. So, but it does go through. Yes.
No,
yes.
Your actual mic.
Oh, my mic.
Feedback.
Yeah, no, your mic is sparking just a little.
Apologies.
Okay. Ooh, a little better. So, you pull out the mirror and thumb Talon over the activator gem and will it to turn on. And as it turns on, it looks a little weird. It looks like the world is upside down and moving. But also like partially covered. Like it takes you just really a split second to figure out this mirror is currently on a hip, slightly covered by a cloak, but like it's not being hidden or anything. And you hear hard sole shoes walking on marble. That kind of click, 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 click.
Of course. That I'm looking for the name in my notes. After I get that, I will say what I meant to say about it.
Westra.
I had the name. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Madam Alestra. I think I said that right. Madam.
Here, I'll give it to you right here.
Thank you, because I've lost it in my notes.
Oh, Ouestra.
Westra, madam.
And you say that, and the clicking stops immediately, and it's just like almost like quick drawing a sword. And she pulls it around and looks towards it, and she looks very done up, almost like very presentery kind of makeup, kind of painted on. A few extra kind of markings to it, like not only looking good, but also almost ceremonial kind of markings on her face as well. But she smiles big, just saying, "Oh, and you gave Nyack, right?"
I gave Shoko.
You gave Shoko, and she looks and Shoko Strigade. It is so good to see your face.
And shifting now to Sylvan, it's good to see yours as well. I was just calling to inform you that we've gotten to Zephyra. We plan to go into the Feywild, and then my objective after that is to make it to you to return this.
Fantastic. I am so glad to hear it. I am making my memorial concert for my son today.
Of course.
Thank you for checking in.
Of course. Break a leg, and I'm sure it will be the most lovely memorial concert ever to be witnessed.
And she kind of bows, and she has this kind of nest of what looked to be kind of a hair clip, but made of bones. But also like bones and flowers together, kind of holding together the back of her hair. Bow. You be careful over there. If you need to establish a connection back to the material strongly, this should possibly help. If you need it again, whether it's on me or not, it can help with that. So,
well, thank you. And I do plan to see you shortly, depending on how our play with the time goes while we're on the other side.
It is very hard to anticipate, of course, but indeed, I will actively leave words with the wardens that the day has come. I warned them that it would be at some point, but now I can put them more on active watch.
Of course. See you soon, and then I'll deactivate it.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Yes. See you soon, and deactivate. You kind of like, as it's fading, you see it go and return to her side, and there's that brief moment of actually seeing the black kind of black lace stitching of the outer gown over a brilliant gold undergown that just kind of mesh together, complement each other. Definitely has that kind of funereal feel to it, but also the elven kind of etherealness too.
Yeah.
But others, anything else for others to do? Keyleth kind of admonishes, if you don't want the burden of bringing around your friend, you can leave him at Valineth's house.
I mean, I just baby Bjorn him on the. Oh wait, no. Did we leave Adarius?
No, he came with us.
No, he would have came with us if we were all missed.
So
And the only thing that would have been left would have been
the back of Adarius.
Yeah, only thing we left was the cart.
Yeah.
Adarius is right there, and just I can keep watch over him to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Does anyone require my belt or my shield or Storm's light? Well, I guess this is actually his. Do you need his belt or his shield or his sword or
his axe?
Or your,
Point of fact.
your ring back, or these gloves that I stole from one of the Bony Boys.
I think, to be honest, it'd be better off in your hands for when.
While we're on the topic, how many of those potions did we take from the cart? And also, did we take those candles from the cart?
I'm pretty sure we grabbed all of the stuff. The only thing it was left as an empty cart.
Oh.
So that way it could be enhanced upon as Shock was wanting to do.
because we have because we have extra dimensional space to put stuff into.
So did you take the whole ass chests or just everything from the chests?
We took everything from the chest.
Dump chests into bag.
That means that we will have to sort those things back out, but luckily they're in our individual inventories. Luca will have to buy a new locked chest. I think Luca will pay for any missing things.
The chests that Slayer got were locked chests.
Yes.
That could be locked, just saying.
Yeah. So he's saying he's going to he's going to compensate for lost stuff for when we get the new ones. Granted, we didn't lose it; it's just there.
And if it was a concern about whether or not we could get into those locked chests, Luca is proficient with lockpicks, like thieves' tools, and has the infiltrator's key.
Yep, all of that's true. But
once we get Shade back,
yes, I can.
God, would it be good to maybe bargain to get that infiltrator's key for Shade in exchange for saving the traveler? That would be awesome,
right? That'd be dope. Shade would try and do that, but it's kind of difficult when he's the one being saved.
We already actually have a deal in place accepted by Slayer to save the traveler and get Shade back. That's the deal that's already in place.
Yeah, that was the prior deal. Yes.
I was away from the computer and having technical issues, so I may have missed it. Sorry about that.
I think that was something that was in. Yeah, that's something that's been set for a while.
Oh, okay.
That was
like 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Way over my head. Sorry, guys.
I only vaguely remember it because it was a deal that I remember that was cut for Shade, and it was before Slayer's stuff.
I remember it because it was a deal that Slayer cut.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was a long time ago.
But yes. So, with that, Idarius asked for directions to take the Slayer, so that they can occupy house.
Everything going okay over there?
I swear, Slayer wrecks my home while I'm away.
It sounds like somebody's wrecking a home in the background.
Sean is doing normal home things.
I'm letting my dog out.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it sounded like dog shuffling kind of noises.
Yeah, I was letting my dog was giving me the signs that he had to go to the bathroom.
I gotta go outside, bro.
But, we heard you, is what we're saying. That's fine, but yes.
What was Luca being asked when I came back and had the whole audio issue?
You sending to the Nidalak to inform him that y'all are coming through, so that he knows what's up and can allow access to his domain.
Yeah, Keyleth was advising that it'd be a really good idea.
It's more just like a suggestion to notify the Fae that you're trying to pop in on.
We had actually already discussed doing this because I specifically mentioned that since he's in another plane, I may have to cast sending more than once, and that I had plenty of slots to do that with. So it was something that we had intended to do over the 9 days. I don't think we got to actually play it out though.
Fair enough. You did mention it. So in that case, somebody else says no, and Luca says, "Yeah, I already did that."
Yeah, so Valeneth was like, "I don't know. Have we done this?" Looks back, and
as far as that goes, though, I think I will go ahead and have that conversation with the Nidalak really quickly, provided that the dice are in my favor to let it reach another plane of existence.
Yeah, quick, throw a die. Don't roll a 1.
What kind of die?
D20.
Okay. Is it really only a 5% chance?
It really is only a 5% chance.
I love that. How about that?
Wow. I'm in the danger zone.
Oh my god.
Rolls a fucking. Don't roll a 1. Rolls a 2.
I'm just showing you. I'm just showing you how close that I could have rolled a 1. Just I'm showing you.
It's like I'm just showing you how close I can get to touching the sun without falling.
You said don't roll a 1, and I'm like, but I'm going to show you how close I can come to doing it. It's just a reminder.
Watch me. Watch me.
You can't tell me what to do.
Coming for you.
But you send and you say.
All right. So what Luca is going to send to the Nidalak is, hello, old friend. We're traveling back your way. We may need some assistance if you're willing to help some weary travelers. And that will be the initial thing that I will send. I know that it's not a full message, but I want to make sure he's even willing to listen before.
It gets the point across.
Yeah, I want to make sure he's willing to listen before I pitch the danger.
Right. So I'm curious. Primary reason for getting a hold of Nidalak, I'm assuming, is because he can help us get back. I'm guessing.
The Nidalak specifically told us when we met him, and I don't think you were playing at the time. I think you were still just.
I think I was sidebar at the time. Yeah.
He told us that he specifically helps travelers from the outside find their way back home.
Gotcha.
He kind of looks out for the people who aren't supposed to be here and helps them back. And so he is actually like a friend you can trust in the Feywild, as crazy as that sounds.
I did remember that much, that he was a trustworthy guy that, surprisingly enough in the Fey. Surprisingly enough in the Feywild to actually find an individual like that. Yeah, I did remember that much.
All aspects and emotions and spectrums are represented in the Fey, and you happen to stumble across the one that, represents
the Nidalak.
Yeah.
We stumbled across the Nidalak, the one and only.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember the Nidalak. Wasn't that like your character, Justice?
Yes,
it was Justice.
My character. Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's I vaguely remembered that.
So it was my first introduction to the soup. Was with the Nidalak. Yeah,
it was cool.
So in response to the message he receives from Luca, he will say, it has been long coming. I shall await your arrival.
All right, then. That sounds good to me. I don't think I'm too worried about all the diggy details.
We'll get those when we get there.
I think the Nidalak will see what we're trying to do, and he would know how to help us without getting involved if he doesn't want to get involved.
Yeah,
there are at the very least of people in Vesh's Grove who are not supposed to be there. It might help with that.
But
yeah, that's a good point.
Keyleth goes and fishes in that bag again, real fast, and pulls out this mithril. Looks like a tuning fork with kind of etchings of leaves and nature all around the haft of it. Well, unless there are any objections.
I mean, I don't think there is per se. I don't think there was much else we needed to accomplish. Yeah, other than maybe I can't think of anything other than maybe shoving the misty form of Slayer off to my domicile and making sure that the horses are wrangled when they're done gallivanting all over the place.
I'm sure Adorius will handle that.
We will see to it, and I will make sure personally when I get back that your horses are taken care of.
Much appreciated.
Just a quick aside.
I'll make sure to learn the truth about everything you've told me.
Just a quick aside.
Horses are very talkative.
Luca will be giving 10 platinum to Adorius, and telling him that if he needs to use any money while he's there, to use out of that, and that he will be able to keep the remainder.
Oh, boss. Thank you. I mean,
thank you.
Yeah. No, yeah. Thank you very much. I will make sure everything is taken care of. No problem.
I really appreciate that.
And without further ado, I'm sorry.
And being given quick directions on where to go, you watch Adarius kind of and turn into a cloud and kind of wrap an arm around Slayer's arm, and you just watch him like right in through kind of the edges of the door of the hole in the rock that you call home.
Does this mean for like the first 5 to 6 hours of time that we're going to be in the Feywild, we can go flying still?
I have not said anything to the contrary. Except for the Netalac.
Except for the Netalac, precisely.
That's fine. All of us mist people can carry him, right?
It's gonna be like a reverse Aladdin. We make him fly, showing us the world.
A whole new, and that's as much as that as we can put on Twitch.
Yeah, that one's a real short one.
It's why I only spoke the words.
we dare not tempt them.
I can't afford to fuck with the House of Mouse.
We may tap dance on a lot of IPs, but that one we will not put a toe.
No.
Oh wait, this dog that looks like Goofy just showed up outside my door. I'm gonna let him in.
Yuck. You messed with the wrong guy, mother.
You're not yucked up now.
You're done yucked up now.
Chuckle now.
Gorsh, you assholes. That's gonna cost you.
Oh no.
We're fucked.
Indeed. But with that, right before y'all are about to head out, Nyack.
Yes.
Somewhere in this time, particularly right, in this Zephyr time, you get a sending from him.
Uh-huh.
And
I don't like the sound of this.
And he says, some assholes in Port Damali have gotten in the way of my plans. I'm calling all hands to kill them. Where are you?
Yeah.
If you were in the Feywild, there's a 5% chance.
Could this have happened right after we traveled?
It is not currently.
Oh no.
Look, sending doesn't have red receipts.
It's true.
Oh no.
That is the question. Do you leave him on red? Do you try and lie to him? Do you tell him the truth? What do you do?
This whole thing seems sticky.
No, it's very sticky. It's very sticky.
That's what she said.
Or he. Or that.
That's what they said for sure. I believe the term, the gender neutral term I've started using is I said what I said.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Are we still doing that?
I mean, true Archer fans, yeah.
I mean, sometimes. I still do it sometimes.
So, do you want ants?
I'm going to say the phrase
because that's how you get ants.
Yes, I will reply. I'm going to say the phrase. As soon as I'm out the Feywild, I'm at your command.
And another a response to your response comes back. Thank you, Whisper. These things have been... I'm so close to completing it. I'm so close. They have the final piece. I know they do.
Sus.
And what did you say the place was that this was going down?
Port de Mali, which is a heavy-hitting town on the Menagerie Coast, the northernmost town, the Skyport town in Port de Mali.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Skyport town.
That area.
Yeah. He's from the other side of the Menagerie Coast.
Yeah.
Luke's from the south. Port D is in the north.
What are they on the southern border?
I love the fact that I literally just looked at my notes and stuff earlier today. Because that's where I'm from.
Whoops.
Indeed.
Is Port de Mali.
Indeed. But
for that second message, just a general, will do. We'll make sure it succeeds.
Still fails.
Son of a bitch. Son of a... But, indeed. So,
Also, my responses were the silent sending responses. I was not saying any of that out loud.
Oh, sure, of course. But you all go for your pull yourselves together to do your travel. And Keyleth just, kind of getting back into smiley mood and just, all right, so the Nidallac, and she touches the tuning fork to the crystal floating in the middle of her staff, and it takes a few seconds to just charge up with energy. And as it does, so just making sure, you did all that sending the other day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was all done much prior.
All right. And you watch just the energy kind of net around the group of you, just, and as it forms into this net, suddenly everything around you blinks. And
I want to learn that.
And as you appear, there is a...
So dark.
Well, it's about to not be dark. There is a beautiful sight. Just trees in almost fire orange, deep purples and blues and purples, greens, just like super high contrast, everything.
So vibrant.
I cough up a larger bony pellet.
Akira is gonna try and talk to the grass.
2 chicken bones and a mutton bone.
Indeed. And as you appear, thusly, where? I swear
I can't find it either.
Shit. Well, I'll figure it out later. But you
What,
do
Middleack?
you do see you do see the 4 legs and 2 arms, big form. How's the Niddleack looking these days?
He's he's still got that same long black flowing hair that's sort of wild and free, he's is he not wearing armor? No, he's
Would you
not.
say he's young, wild, and free?
Yeah, essentially. He's still not wearing any armor of really any kind. He's got a lance these days, not a spear. And I can't find if that's a one-handed or two-handed thing for him. But
we talked about it. It's one-handed.
It's one-handed? Okay, all right. It's one-handed. He's wielding that one-handed. He's got a shield in the other. And on his back, he's got a long bow of what looks to be maritime in theme and make.
Intriguing.
As well as a pair of javelins upon his back that seem thematic to lightning, I guess, storms, and the like. He's quite tall as well as Centaur.
You seem to have a theme with these storms, sir.
But
can't imagine where that comes from.
if only you knew how many references were buried in the middle act.
Dude,
if you could only see the way the middle act. Anyways, so with that is where we'll end today's session with y'all face to face with the Niddleack. Keyleth saying, "That him?"
And
Yep, that's him.
And the Niddleack will call out as he sees you guys. He says, "Welcome, fair travelers."
All right. Well, that sounds like you have what you need. Call if you need anything. She
Thanks.
personally boops back out. But that is where we'll leave today. So thank you everybody for showing up, for having fun with us. We appreciate it immensely. Until next time, you know what to do, all the things. But please also remember that kindness is free. And please keep going.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Check out the Twitch, check out the YouTube, check out the Patreon, check out all the good things.
And Sanderson, sponsor us, my dude. Seriously, I bury so many references in my characters. You'd appreciate it.
And check out the TikTok until we lose it.
I swear, bro, the speed at which you do that, it seems like it's a disclaimer at the end of like an ad or something.
It's practice.
That's my goal.
All right. But until next time, we'll catch y'all next week and have a great day.
Bye.
Everyone knows the lily of the valley, a sunburst of a dahlia of rosy sharp thorns. But the prettiest, sweetest of the flowers only grows on the farther shore. Sweet tart cherries and blackberries on the bush, bursting with nectar when the peel has been shorn. But the sweetest and most bountiful of orchards only grows on the farther shore. Till it go to the farther shore. that paradise to rest when your old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. Wild temptations haunt this earthly coil. Some may resist them, though others can't ignore. But the promises of pure imagination take us all to the farther shore. It must be everything that everyone was promised. It must be all that we could ever want and more. It must be better than the love we leave behind us. They only know on the farther shore. Till I go to the farther shore. This paradise to rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. I want to hear everybody, come on. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear you now. To the farther shore. Show a grin, wake the dead. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear to the farther shore. Let me hear your voices, everyone. To the farther shore. Sing it, everyone. To the farther shore. Thank you very much, everyone. In memory of a friend.